I find it interesting that that was your first response to when you were acting out and your wrongdoing towards the situation, toward me specifically, instead of just holding the accountability for your actions that I do have in screen recording, that the words you did say when you did not have the information. I just think I was willing to come up because I feel like when I said what I said in the chat in the beginning, it seemed to click for you, at least because I'm speaking about me and my involvement. I believe victims, period. When I went live this morning, there was a piece of information I did not know, and then when I found out, I handled it, and I got all the appropriate information that I need to know the truth of what actually is going on. Because I'm not joking. If I was lied to, which I don't think I was, but if I was, and there was a real victim in a real crime, then there needs to be a real police report and a real arrest warrant. Or I would just like to speak to the person and get some confirmation that I was lied to. Honestly, that would be enough for me.
Rosie.
That's a gross thing to say, Stefan.
I'm curious. Can I ask you a question, hon?
Yes. I don't know.
What's your goal outcome in this whole entire situation?
My goal outcome?
Yeah. Like, what is your purpose involvement in this whole situation?
That's a very valid question, yeah.
I think that is a good question, but I feel like that falls under stuff that I would want to discuss revolving NDAs, as well as the fact of having, I said in the beginning of this,
not necessarily, because you're giving a lot of output. Go ahead. What?
Thank you. I'd like to finish my answer. What I was saying was, I do not want to speak on my involvement in the docuseries until it is out, and I'm not
talking about the docuseries, honey. I'm talking about the situation with Stefan you were just speaking of. What is your goal outcome of your involvement with the situation right here at hand that you're bringing up within this whole conversation the last, 7 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, that is a good question. I'd like a second to think on it.
I've just been curious this whole time. Yeah. I'm also a follower. I know I've been watching Paradise since 2020, and I get your side of what you're saying, but I don't understand the reasoning. I don't understand your reasoning and what your goal outcome is of all this.
I ultimately did impulsively decide to go up there in the moment, thinking that it wasn't different to you guys going and speaking in on the LCU to him directly. I just didn't want to do it through that platform, and I didn't have another option in my head of how else to have gone about that. There may have been others that I just didn't think of, that I wasn't aware of.
But if you went into the documentary with because I know the line that you have in the documentary, right? I know what you're there for. So if that's your lane, right? And you are a person speaking on a topic, not specifically on him, why do you need to talk to him?
Ultimately, at the time, I felt like I had my reasons, and I think that I genuinely didn't think I was causing harm, and I think I was wrong.
Again, if you were here over a topic, a generic topic, then let's keep it about that, because you don't know about the issues that are happening in the fucking house with him. You're acting like you were trying to help us here, and you are not. You were trying to put yourself in the center of attention again.
Clock that T.
And listen, do whatever you need to do to get your, whatever you need to do. Do whatever you need to do, but don't act here like you were doing us a favor. That's it. That's it.
At the end of the day, I am someone who is able to have peaceful conversations. I felt like I wanted, in a way, to explain myself as well. And the reason, that's what I was gonna say, is when I did impulsively decide to come up here was because I felt like I wanted to defend myself as well. And it's something that I'm not I've been taking so much shit because I'm one of the few people that's choosing to not like pick huge fights and like start crazy drama and like get into like huge blowouts and sensationalize shit. No, I think it's messy. That's for sure. But I get messy. I relate to messy. So
I want an independent woman if she's working with something. I want a slim fine woman with some twerk with her. See, you got a lot, but I can work with her. Want a big fine woman with some pop, 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 with some twerk, twerk, with some pop, 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 with some twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop. Bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down. Turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, now 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 work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, now 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 work with her. Walk with it, now work, 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 walk with it, now work. Your booty out, now work, walk with it, 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 now work, walk with it.
Allo, allo, allo. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride Month. To anyone watching in real time, thank you so much for being here. To anyone watching during playbacks, I appreciate you. To all my mods, thank you for being here. Thank you for holding me down. And to my channel members and patrons, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, I tell you, Pride Month is, it's really given a lot. And when it comes to what's been happening in this corner of the internet, my God, Amberlynn who? Bitch, stay away. Please stay away. Rosie, the pick-me, the dumbass who cannot shut her fucking mouth. And I understand she's always putting something in her mouth, always eating something. But when she's not doing that, she should probably learn to shut the fuck up. Over the last few days, I have been attempting to edit down around 12 hours of TikTok live streams. So let me make sure I say this off top. We will be covering all this Rosie mess over the next few days. There's no way in hell I could do it in one stream, at least not in the way I edit. So today is one of many. The good thing is I'm almost completely done. So therefore, it's just going to be back-to-back live streams of Rosie. Hopefully nothing else crazy pops off. But let me just tell you about my day, my morning, just a few days ago. Just a few days ago, I wake up. One of the first things I do in the morning, even as I'm getting ready, I check Discord. Let's see what was popping off when I'm asleep, because you guys are amazing in Discord. So I'm like, let's see what was popping off. I keep seeing a reference to Michael B. Petty, and I'm just like, I know y'all miss Michael, but this is a lot of chatter about Michael. And then I hear Michael getting on a panel with Rosie, and I'm just like, wait, I'm confused. Mind you, just waking up, can't see straight all the way, so I'm just like trying to gather myself. I think there's something I'm missing here. And then I hear the clip, and I'm just like, is there a sock account on Twitter, on TikTok, trying to act like they Michael? Because I was just on the phone with Michael last night. I know Michael would not wait for me to go to sleep to sit there and rightfully press the fuck out of Rosie. There's no way Michael would let me miss that in real time. So what do? I hit up my bestie like, Michael, by any chance, were you in a TikTok live stream, like watching Rosie or about to get on piano with Rosie or something to do with Rosie? Michael said, yeah, that was me. Nigga, we were just on the phone. We were literally just on the phone. Why did you let me sleep? Oh, well, you were asleep, so I was just like, oh. But you know what? It probably was for the best. Because if I witnessed Rosie lying in real time like that, that chat would have been up in flames. I was just like, there ain't no way you did this while I'm asleep. Of course, Michael did it while I was asleep. For those who don't know what I'm referring to, let's just take a look at a quick clip from just a few days ago where Rosie, that pussy ass, and please ignore the sound of whatever's flying over my house right now. Hopefully everybody's safe. But let's just listen to this clip. And yes, this was Michael. He confirmed it with me in the morning.
Right now there's 3 people requesting. What do I do? There's a girl named Alyssa, and there's somebody, Michael B. Petty. Do you
That's
know
a
Michael?
a prior Girl World reactor.
Yeah, that's the one that she does not want to speak with, I
Okay.
believe.
I will drop if those people are.
What about Alyssa?
I'm not.
Who's
I'm not
Alyssa?
friends. I
Does
don't know who
anybody
Alyssa is. I don't know who Alyssa is. This isn't a platform for Girl World to put me on the stake. Sorry, that's not. I'm not planning those guys. Not doing it. That's not what they're trying. They're doing what they always do.
I see that. I see that.
Rosie said, absolutely not. Michael who? Michael B. Petty? Absolutely not. And here's the thing. She was right in the decision. Don't get me wrong, pussy. She got all that fucking mouth. When it comes to those sock accounts that she used to have, with the things she used to write on forums, the way she be popping her shit on her platform, only to walk it back, I'm not going to lie, that was the right choice, because God help her if she chose to speak to Michael that night with the way she was lying. I was just like, girl, like, what are you lying about? You know this community. We have clips to match up what you're saying, what you're trying to deny. So no, she was not here for it. Even though there were other viewers that did go up on that panel and eat her to fuck up. We won't be going over all of that today, but it was just so satisfying. Nope, absolutely. I will drop from this panel. Rosie would have attempted a 5-mile walk before talking to Michael B. Petty on that panel. You hear me? A 5-mile walk. Again, the key word is attempt, because it's Rosie. I don't know if she couldn't even make it down the street, but you get my point. But I was just like, and here I am, like feeling left out, like, damn, my friend gonna sit there and respect my sleep. You don't gotta do that when it comes to stuff like this. But then it just kept going and going. And it's just like, Rosie is sitting on these TikTok lives for hours. Does she remember she got a platform? And that platform happens to be her only job? She didn't give a fuck. She saw the opportunity of centering herself when it comes to this documentary, when it comes to the Paradise House topic, and she was not going to miss those opportunities. And when I tell you, everything went downhill in record time, like genuinely record time. I was just like, damn, you kind of did speed through this. My God. I loved it personally. No complaints here. But Rosie is truly getting the attention she's been begging for. She's been asking for. Now, for those who don't know, my understanding of Rosie being in the DMs of reactors, creators, or even in the same Discord as them was really just down to, say, Zachary Michael, I believe Tiny Blue, and a couple of others. Like, I didn't know much past that. And she used to be in my comment section. Before I started covering her, she used to say positive things about me, like I'm real, she respects my approach, stuff like that. But today, Dottie in my Discord actually decided to let me know Rosie used to also be in Apathetic Facts DMs as well. And I was just like, Apathetic Facts? Dottie said, oh, I got you, boo. Not only am I going to link you the video, I'm going to link you the timestamp. Let's take a listen to what Apathetic Facts actually let us know when it comes to Rosie being in their DMs, dating back to 2023. And to all the support coming in, I appreciate you. I'll get to in a second. It's just there's a couple of things I wanted to cover off top.
Comments of people saying Rosie begged to be in Girl World.
Yeah, I heard that too.
What does that mean?
Like she messaged one of the reactors and asked him to please react to her stuff. And then he did start reacting, and now she doesn't like it, I guess. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Oh, Zachary Michael.
Rosie also reached out to me back in 2023, wanting me to cover her for quote, clout, too. A viewer had DM'd me asking me if I could please cover Rosie and sent me her Instagram. I had never heard of her, so I clicked her stories and watched a few. Not even a minute later, Rosie was in my DMs, saying she wasn't surprised that I had finally found her, and that she was available for comment. She continued to DM me, telling me to watch a specific highlight reel on her page. At the time, my understanding was that Rosie and Rain were intentionally trying to generate drama and get the attention of people like me to talk about them for quote, clout and clout money on YouTube. She then said, I'm not afraid of truthful commentary. I've watched maybe 2 of your videos, and your intentions are questionable based on how you portray your media. So do with any of this what you will. I never messaged her back and I never covered her because honestly, her blowing up my DMs asking me to cover her for clout turned me right off. A few months pass by and she sees my video about the producer that was gonna give Amber a spot on a new TLC show centered around super morbidly obese women who have done everything they could and still can't lose the weight, and wanted me to give her the info of that producer so she could reach out and possibly get a spot on the new show as well.
So Rosie was in Zachary Michael's DMs. Rosie was in Discord with other creators. Rosie used to be in Yaba's chat looking for attention. She used to be in Jordy's chat looking for attention. And then this surfaces yesterday. She was also in the DMs of Apathetic Facts. So tell me again how Rosie didn't want to be a part of this corner of the internet, how she wants nothing to do with this corner of the internet. It's almost as if she was so desperate for the attention, she just wasn't prepared for the reaction, the criticism, the opinions. Rosie genuinely thought she would be received far differently from Amberlynn and Chantel. And she's sadly mistaken, because what it comes down to, once we really started paying attention, she's just like them. Rosie is just like them. She's just a mix of both Amber and Chantel. A mess. I'm going to get to some of the support because this is going to be a lengthier stream. I have a birthday dinner after this. That's the real reason I'm here a little earlier. So I was just like, let me get this tied together quickly because I knew I had to go live today. So I have a birthday dinner after this, but I gave myself enough time. I was just like, nah, bitch, you got to start a lot earlier because you know how I run my mouth. These streams be lengthy as fuck. Let me close out this poll. I'll get to some of the support and then we'll get into the start of Rosie's endless TikTok live streams. One being with Stefan of all people, the man who runs the Paradise House. Thank you to all 664 of you who voted. When do you think Rosie will be live again on her platform to play victim? Let's see, 37% said she'll be on a TikTok live first. I agree with that. 33% said today, 20% said tomorrow, 10% said next week. I think it's one of two. Either she's going to end up on a TikTok live again before she gets on her platform, even though she's catching a lot of backlash. So I think there's a chance she might actually end up on her platform first. But I don't think it's going to be today. I think it's going to be tomorrow. If it was going to be today, I think it would have been scheduled by now, because she wants to schedule it in advance to get an idea of what kind of comments are going to be coming in. I hope her mods are ready to work. It's bad enough she barks at them like they get paid. I hope they are fully ready to work. And if I am in the house and available, I'll be streaming it in Discord. Rosie coming back after all of that mess over the last few days. Oh, girl, buckle in. Buckle in. It's bad enough she don't wear a seatbelt, especially when she in that man's convertible. This is the time to buckle in, Rosie. It's going to be a long few weeks. Mind you, the documentary hasn't even dropped yet. I want to remind everyone, it drops next week. We've known about it, over a week now, maybe 2 weeks. And it's just been drama after drama. And Rosie, for whatever reason, hasn't shut the fuck up. Even though she literally said the other day, she's upset that so many people are talking. No one's staying quiet and just allowing the documentary to come out. But she's not shutting the fuck up. She's continuing to center herself. And now the same women who have experience with Stefan, actually have experience with Stefan, have been in that Paradise House. They're starting to see why Rosie has the following that she has, why she receives a lot of the criticism that she receives. And even though we're not going over that panel completely today, where Paula and them were getting her together, we're gonna go over a little bit of it, because that was so satisfying to watch. That's one of the reasons the girls don't go on panel or have, other people on, because when they clock you in real time like that, they have nothing to say. Rosie's a prime example, because she was getting clocked in real time. And when it comes to Paula, she was trying to save face. But when it comes to viewers who are hitting her with facts, what was she doing? Just dropping from the panel. Oh, all right. Here we are. And I love it for her. She deserves every bit of the criticism she's getting, and then some. And I stand by that. Let me get through some of the support. Parasocial Hot Dog, thank you for 14 months. Rosie has been showing her true colors. She treated Stefan more respectfully than she treats her members, sending love and solidarity to all victims. Thank you for that. Exactly. And I just want to actually, before I continue and thank you again, I want to share this meme that Scarletter posted in Discord. And it doesn't take much words because it's very accurate. Let's take a look at this meme real quick. Look at that. No, Keemstar, bad. Stefan and Fupa, though, she'll sit there and have a conversation. And the thing is, the way she was having such a respectful take when it comes to someone like Stefan. And let's be clear, it's not to say Stefan has been criticized for as many things as Keemstar has been criticized for, but it's very similar. So I was confused. I was like, all right, like the LCU ain't shit. I agree with that. But why are we sitting up here chopping it up with Stefan? And I want to read off a tweet to you guys. I didn't have it saved for the stream, but I want to make sure I read this tweet. And I want to say out loud, I don't agree, and I still don't agree with the person who reached out to have this conversation, but I agree with the sentiment and what this tweet is saying. Let's go over this tweet real quick. And I apologize for not having it on screen. I did retweet it though on my main account on Twitter. So please feel free to look over it. Rage Piggy on Twitter sent this out. So let me get this straight. Roz was upset because someone allegedly emailed her saying they were going to interview someone that sexually assaulted her. But it's okay if she goes on panel with someone who has sexually assaulted others, allegedly. When I read that, I had to read it twice. I was just like, I couldn't have worded that better myself. When someone who allegedly sexually assaulted Rosie in the past was contacted to see if they wanted to have a conversation or an interview or something like that, Rosie lost her shit. Rightfully so. I'd lose my shit too. That's why I didn't agree with that action. But she could sit up here with Stefan, with the allegations that he got, and have a peaceful conversation. Rosie is a dumb bitch. All she had to do is shut the fuck up. Roll around in that kitchen, eat all that damn food, complain about shit that don't even make sense while forgetting she's diabetic, while being barely mobile. That's all she had to continue doing. Hey guys, this trailer dropped. I share my opinion on topics that I've discussed on my platform. I'm grateful to have a larger platform to share that. But within this, there's a much broader, bigger conversation. So I hope you guys tune in. I'm going to continue with my content. As usual, I hope you guys tune in. If I have any comments or opinions after it airs, I'll share it then and just continue with the content. But no, Rosie couldn't do that. I love that for her. I love that for her. Nimade, thank you for 37 months. I can't wait to see what we've got today. It's a lot. Nearly finished the first part of my law course, snuggled up in bed waiting for the stream to start. First of all, keep doing you. Keep doing it, boo. I'm proud of you. Keep pushing forward. And thank you for 37 months. Oh, I know your sister proud. I know your sister, and I didn't forget your sister watches. I know your sister's proud. Rex the Dragon, thank you. Welcome to the Gold Cluster. I believe you've been a member before, so thank you for returning. Let me see. I believe you are Supreme. So you have, if you're not already in the Discord, feel free to get in the Discord, especially seeing that is where I'll be streaming all 3 parts of the documentary next week in that Discord. It's going to be a good time. Keto Girl. Happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday. Can everybody in chat please tag Keto Girl and wish her a happy 41st. Happy birthday, boo. And thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on your day. I saw this. I was just like, no, let me save this. Let me save this. Keto Girl has been a supporter for so long. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for joining me on your birthday. I appreciate you, boo. So let's see. Gat No Glitter, thank you. Hi, Charlie. Shy Lurker here. I caught a free link to your Discord and chat a while ago. Thanks for your generosity. You have an amazing community. Thank you so much, and thank you for still being here. And I hope you're still in that Discord. Remember, you don't get booted, so I hope you're still in there. And speaking of Discord, when we get closer to the date of the documentary, I'll be dropping more links. And I'm actually, because I keep forgetting to do this, I'm going to give a few links to Yaba as well for the support group, because Yaba and Sam will be in the Discord to watch along, hopefully, because she said she was interested. So I'll give her some links for the support group as well, just in case, there might be viewers who ain't here. Let me see. 31 frames. Thank you so much for 2 months, Blue. There was no message, but I want to tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And keep up the great work with your edits. I know it's a lot following Chantel. Keep in mind, I haven't even truly been tapped into Chantel like that. The real way I've been getting like updates and keeping up to date with Chantel is either my Discord, Twitter, or Yaba in the support group. Like when I tell y'all I haven't been watching Chantel in real time or really catching up, I just make sure to download her stuff, because why not? I think she posted some type of Walmart haul like an hour or so ago. I think yesterday or the day before, she was eating a whole bunch of food again that probably doesn't agree with her diabetes. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, you're still fat, smelly, desperate, and dying. And no, this is not me wishing anything. It's facts. So, but it's Chantel. Honey, thank you for 2 months. Hey, Charlie and chat. Ever since my sister introduced me to you in Girl World, I've been hooked. I'm happy to have you. Have a wonderful weekend, y'all. Thank you for joining. I love when I hear family introduce y'all, because low-key I'll be nervous. Like, oh, they about to judge y'all. But when y'all make yourselves at home and enjoy, I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the mess. Well, you've been here for a couple months, but thank you for staying. I appreciate you. And I did see Sydney, your first ever live stream. Thank you for joining. It's going to be a lot. I run my mouth a lot. And most of the time now I'm on some type of edibles. So in about 15 or so minutes because I just took it. It'll take me longer to get through these messages, but we push through. We push through. My community is a mess for all the right reasons. So please get comfortable. Please get comfortable and don't be shy. Give your thoughts in chat, boo. The True Me K, thank you for 2 months. Here we go. And here's the thing, we ain't gonna end this shit anytime soon. I don't know why Rosie would be this dumb to give this community this much content, but I guess I kind of answered my question. She's just dumb. She's just dumb as fuck. But thank you again for 2 months, boo. Thank you. Nimadid, I'd like to dedicate the bonding break when it happened to my little sister, who I hope is watching too. Love you, sis. Sis, the bonding break. I don't know if sis has seen the new small additions to the bonding break, but hopefully you have, sis. But yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. The bonding break is just gonna feel even better today. You know what it is, and I don't care if it sounds petty or whatever it sounds like. When you don't like someone and you know you have reason to not like them, they've shown you within their behavior. When you don't like someone and you just see them get dragged left and right, it just does something to the soul. It just does something to the soul. So like when people ask me about my skincare routine and all that, like when I tell you watching trash ass people get dragged or criticized, dog walked, it's just a good feeling. It's really good for the soul. It's good for my skin, my pores, all of that. It's like a face mask through the screen. I tell you, it felt good. It felt good, and it's only beginning. It is only beginning. KRH writes, thank you. Trying to prep for D&D after a big loss of motivation and inspiration. Thanks for keeping me company, chat. And our 6'9" queen. Y'all, can y'all do me a favor? Tag KRH in chat and send them some motivation. Lift them up. Lift them up. And let's not get it mistaken, especially for the people who may be new to my platform. I dog trash ass people. When it comes to my community, I pour into them. I know it could be a bit confusing because it's just like, God damn, you're mean. I mean to the people that I feel deserve it, not everyone. Then I'd be miserable, like FFG. We're gonna circle back to her. I just really gotta stay focused and finishing up or continuing when it comes to Rosie. But FFG, one thing about that girl, I think she forgets, even if she hints at my name, 9 times out of 10, it's already in my DMs. Even if I'm not watching the real time, it's just like, don't worry, boo, I'm gonna circle back to you. Oh, I'm gonna circle back to you. Keto girl. So the look was not orange, it's red. And let me explain to you why I'm wearing red. Even though it is kind of showing orange on camera, I'm using the, I swear, everybody's loud today. Everybody's loud today. I'm sorry for my background, y'all. I don't know what's going on. The Pat McGrath palette. So the reason I went back with this palette, the Mothership 5 palette, it's because one of my mods in Discord actually gave me a great suggestion. And they pretty much told me, just follow the colors of the rainbow for your looks. It's Pride Month. They know I'm queer. So they're like, just follow that. And I was just like, perfect. We're going to start with red and we're going to work our way through the rainbow. So for the next few streams, there'll be no surprise. You're just going to see me working my way through the rainbow. So I was just like, I love that. Because there's times I'm like, damn, did I already do this color? Are they tired of this color? I don't know. I love makeup, but there's times that I'd be over here like, what did I do that they didn't see? And granted, I've probably done it all. So let me continue and then we're gonna get right into it. Because again, it's gonna be a lengthy one. Let's see. Peckle, thank you so much for 4 months. Looking beautiful as always. I appreciate you. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Let's see. Nikki T. Charlie, why won't she stop? Nikki T, because listen, she's dumb, but also the attention seeking. Like she can't stop the urge to center herself. She can't. Nikki, she literally can't. Because I'm like, these last few days, I'm like, I understand I've been following these train wrecks for these years, but it's just like, y'all really just never learn, even for like a week, a month, 3 months. Y'all really don't learn, do you? Because I'm like, there is no way she's still doing this. And then on top of that, Nikki, thank you again for 8 months. And please, mods, I know I don't have to say, I think you guys are great with it, but just in case, please link Nikki T. For anyone who's new to Rosie, Nikki T is a big reason this community has a lot of the lore that we have on Rosie. Speaking of, let's take a look at Rosie's community tab post yesterday to her members. Keep in mind, I told y'all at the start of the stream, I've had to edit down hours upon hours upon hours of Rosie being on TikTok on all these platforms, right? Let's take a look at this community tab post. Hey members, I have to be honest and transparent. This week has been so overwhelming. A lot has happened that I have yet to talk about on YouTube. One of the main upsides is I have been sleeping a lot more than usual, but I need to cancel this week's stream. I really didn't want to, but I think the best thing I can do right now is shut up, keep resting, and reflect a little longer before I come on here and talk. This docuseries stuff has been so overwhelming. I'll see you next week. She now realizes that she should have been shutting the fuck up. She realizes it now. So she had all the time in the world. When I tell y'all, hours upon hours on TikTok Live. Keep in mind, about 3 to 4 of those hours were spent with Stefan, that predator. She had hours for TikTok Live, but her paying members, 0. Oh, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. But are we surprised now? Especially now that she got Remy, who could fill in some of that gap with the income that she's clearly losing, the income that she desperately needed. Because I want to repeat, this bitch don't got a job. She don't got a job. The last job she had, the work from home, she got fired for attendance while working from home. Okay. All right. Taz D, thank you so much for 5 months. You look absolutely stunning today. You're always stunning, but oh my fucking God. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know when you could feel a compliment? You know when you could feel that? Thank you so much, Taz D. I appreciate you, boo. Thank you so much. Mind you, my hair, because y'all know how I explained to you, I'm going through the transition of going back to natural. So my hair, I've been trying so hard to keep this up, trying. But with Florida weather and all that, with my walks, it's been damn near impossible. So I was just so happy that I could have my hair laid like this today. And shout out to my stylist. Shout out. And she's way more than a stylist. The patience she has had with me going through this transition, going back to natural, like, she deserves a prize. Don't get me wrong. I tip her well, but she deserves more than that. Like, I might need to name my firstborn after her. That's how much she's been patient and helping me out. And she recently started helping me out with my mom's hair. So now, like, the whole family about to go. Because I'm pretty sure my younger sister's about to go to her as well. So she about to have the whole family in there. I know she's going to be looking at me like, girl, how'd you come out of this family? Prayer. Fighting. I don't know. I have no idea. Saving the Wrong Species, thank you for 14 months. Looking gorgeous as always. In honor of Pride Month, could you try a rainbow eyeshadow or eyebrow look? Here's the thing, and I knew somebody was going to ask it. When I tell you I have tried the rainbow look on my eyes in the past, I have failed every single time. Now the brows, that's different. I have not tried that, and I feel like I should give that a try. Even though I got this recommendation, not the rainbow eyes, but eyebrows, but doing colored eyebrows. I actually got that suggestion a while ago. I know I bought some products and I didn't circle back to using it, but I could try the eyebrow look. It's just, I promise you, the rainbow eyeshadow is not going to look good. I've tried it and failed many times. Like, I'll practice like after work or some shit, and it's just like, ooh, still struggling. I know I could hit up Sounds Like a You Problem and ask for tips, but even she'll probably be like, girl, I'm trying. But thank you for the suggestion. I think I'm going to look into the eyebrow just because I think I could actually deliver that. The eyeshadow, maybe one day I'll just post one of my fails so you can see what I'm talking about, because it's a fail. Massive fail. But thank you again, boo. Chris, Chronicles of Chris, thank you, boo. You look gorgeous. I'm listening while relaxing after my walk. This shit is a lot. Chronicles of Chris, first of all, thank you for the support. And speaking of walk, because I don't know if you know, I follow you, so I get your community tab posts. I actually have been following you, posting your steps. I ain't gonna hold you. Your community tab post showed me the other day, like, bitch, you behind on steps. Because, you know, I work from home. So really, when I go out for my walks, that's where I get most of my steps. I'm not going to get much going from here to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So I've been actually clocking my steps a lot more because you keep posting your steps for the day in your community tab post. So I don't know if any other viewers have told you, but baby, thank you. Thank you. Because the other day you got me together. Because I was like, oh, she got this. What I got? And I looked down. I said, oh, am I still alive? Let me pace this room a little bit. Because it was giving Rosie. Chris, I ain't going to hold you. It was giving Rosie. It was giving Rosie. Honestly, it was low-key giving Chantel. You would have thought I used the scooter. I really didn't have much steps for the day. Mind you, I had been working for hours, I think, that day. But there was still no excuse. There was still no excuse. It was giving Chantel and Rosie had more steps than me for the day. Sometimes we have to admit our faults. So thank you, Chris, for reminding me to get my big ass up and move a bit more. Even if I'm on a call, maybe it's time to just get up and move a little bit. Yeah, y'all, I was slacking. So thank Chris, because I was slacking. Yamano, I wanted to grab this. Michael B. Petty, Charlie, and Zachary Michael on panel with Rosie when Rosie would not even panel with one of us. You know, damn well she ain't paneling with all three. But I will say, for those who maybe I would hope have been taking notes from the beginning, my riders, we still locked in till this day. Michael B. Petty, Zach, and myself. I'm not saying we're not friends or friendly with any other creators. That's not what I'm saying. But from the start of my channel, when it comes to this corner of the internet, the three of us have been amazing. Amazing. And I love Zach. That's one of the reasons I'm always go at a bitch for Zach. Zach has never asked me to. I'm sure there's times Zach probably was thinking like, girl, I need you to shut up. This might make things worse. But Zach has always let me be me. And the way I go to bat for my friends is the way I go to bat for my friends. And Michael B. Petty's no different. For those who are like, Michael's been gone for years. What the fuck? Where did he come from? We're still all friends. I talk to Michael damn near every day. I may not talk to Zach every day, but I'm just a text away, a call away, a DM away, a bird call away. If Zach calls for me, I'ma come running. The great thing is, when it comes to our friendship, Zach has never asked me to do shit like that. I'm gonna do it because that's my Zach, period. And the people who don't like it, I don't give a fuck. What you gonna do? Not a damn thing. The truth is, the friendship that we got is what I see a lot of people have lacked, but I'm grateful even through all the fucked up friendships I've been through the year, they still solid as fuck. So if they was ever to say, which they don't, but if they were ever to say, Charlie, come through, without a fucking question. So before I get into this, because I know I'm behind on a lot of support, y'all know I'm gonna get to y'all. I just got to do it in chunks so we could get through some of this. Let me see. Yeah, this is from 3 days ago, and again, it's gonna be back-to-back streams. So we'll be right back here tomorrow, because the second stream that I did is the remainder of this one. But I know the biggest stream that everybody want to get through or get to is the one where Paula and some of the other ladies were talking to Rosie. And just here's a quick sneak peek of that, or some of what happened on that stream, because it was beautiful. Even I was kind of like, oh, Rosie, you fucked up. So let's just play that real quick before we get into the stream from a few days ago. Again, it's broken down in parts because I believe the stream from a few days ago that I just edited down for this one, I believe that was over 3 hours long, or possibly 4. Because there were a lot of like 3-4 hour stream. When I tell you these people, and I know I got some nerve saying this on my platform, I don't remember the last time I've streamed probably under 2.5 hours, but still, as I say this being a hypocrite, these people have not streamed under 3 hours. It's just 3, 4. I'm scared they're going to get to a 5 or 6. And the reason that worries me is probably going to be a stream I want to cover. I'm scared. So I need somebody to start cutting the Wi-Fi around 2 hours. As a viewer, I enjoy them. But as someone who's going to sit here and make content out of it, so therefore I have to edit it down, it hurts. It truly hurts. So somebody cut the Wi-Fi around 2 hours. Somebody get into Zio's nursing home, the one that her big ass is in right now, young, big as fuck, is in right now, eating all that food. Somebody get into that nursing home and cut off the Wi-Fi. I know it might have an impact on the other people who are there, but just tell them it's just temporary, just to get this big bitch in the next room off of the fucking Wi-Fi. Please get in that nursing home and shut it down. But back to this clip here. Now, keep in mind, this happens after the stream we're about to cover. It just was too good not to highlight even a little bit in this stream.
Wanted to have a conversation kind of like this. I'm not interested in like getting angry and yelling and cussing and all of that. And when I was saying giving grace, I'm trying to understand, I guess, why it came across that way to you, because I was specifically talking about Shay and like how I think every party involved deserves grace in their grief. That's what I was getting at. I sincerely apologize if that's not how I worded it, if I came off differently to you or anyone else, because that's not at all what I intended. In the moment, what I thought I was doing was akin to you guys going and speaking to him on the LCU.
You are not doing us any favors. You are not doing us any favors, especially when you don't know the experiences we've been through, really. Like, you've heard a little bit, but you don't know everything.
Okay.
You are not doing us any favors whatsoever. If anything, you were there, and now he feels like he has somebody on his side that
I'm not on his side.
Oh yeah, no, he went to Local Bus and kind of like try to advocate for you, didn't he, Fupa?
What?
He said that you and him came to like a peace agreement and that you're ceasing fire.
He even was like,
if y'all are nice to Rosie, would you be good with her coming and blah blah? You let him use you in a way that now he's going out there talking to people like y'all are good, and that he turned one of them. You know what I mean? That's what you did when you went on live with him. That's what you did.
You also sat up there and gave him sympathy, which is something he's been exploiting his life for, of somebody that we really care about.
Yeah.
And you gave him the sympathy that he's been looking for.
He hasn't even respected that person. Sorry, Peachy, go ahead. Sorry.
But no, you're saying like that's like, I can speak for myself, but I also have had many conversations, and we are very not happy of the way that he's exploiting that. And anybody that goes up there and gives him sympathy is really problematic on our part.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know that you messaged me, Paola, but like I said, I like my internet was out from like 2 a.m. until about 10 p.m. today, and I slept a lot of that because I hadn't been sleeping. So I'm finding out a lot about this stuff in real time, just by the way. Like I don't know any of this. So yeah,
And that's just a little bit. Want to tell you that is just a little bit of them eating her up. And Rosie claims she had just woken up. Keep in mind, she did post an Instagram story saying the same thing. She had just woken up. And for those who don't know how long Rosie's unemployed ass was asleep, 16 hours, according to her. That is some unemployed behavior if I've ever heard it. But she had just woken up. She didn't get a chance to get back to Paola, but for some reason, she was able to find herself on TikTok Live. You just woke up, and one of the first things you want to do is park your big ass on another TikTok Live. Let's start getting into this stream. I want to be very clear. I think I've been clear, at least since we've been covering the topic. I think Stefan is a predator. That is my opinion, and I'm standing by that. Not only because of the things that, yes, have been covered about allegations and his behavior, even through the years. Even though I didn't follow the Paradise House, I've known about the Paradise House and specifically Stefan for a while. Did I ever think we'd be here talking about him? No. But I believe Stefan is a predator. And I will never, ever show a predator grace. Bitch, fuck you. Oh, I'm grieving this loss. Please go grieve it under a jail. Please. Go grieve under a fucking jail. Fuck you. I will never show a predator grace. As long as I know that they're a predator and seeing the conversations that Rosie was having up until this stream. This is the same Rosie who was sitting on a panel, I believe with Paula or possibly Zio, maybe both, where she was pretty much saying like Stefan prefers to have partners where their frontal lobe isn't developed and stuff like that. So if that's her opinion of Stefan, what the fuck was this stream? She can't stand on shit. Cause I could easily say, fuck Stefan, and also say, hey, I'm gonna listen to this or whatever. There's so many different ways she could have gone about this. That's what I'm saying. But she couldn't even stand on the opinion of fuck Stefan. She's a clown. She's a fucking clown. And even though we don't cover it in this stream, it will be in the next one. I also want to mention, mind you, we are almost an hour, didn't start yet. That's my problem. I also want to mention there was a point where Rosie cries. And she's like, oh, Stefan, I heard you say that you believe if I was to go to the Paradise House, or if I did go to the Paradise House in the past, that I would have been someone who had allegations against you or made allegations. And I remember I heard her saying that, and she started crying because she's had things happen to her in the past. But I thought to myself, God damn, not me sitting here agreeing with Stefan. Fuck Stefan, but also I agree. This is the same Rosie who throws out dangerous allegations when she simply regrets certain decisions. Absolutely. Not saying I would want something to happen to Rosie in that house, but Rosie would have some type of past trauma where she was very uncomfortable. She could have been sucking that man's balls from the back every single night with a smile on her face and a Twinkie as a fucking reward. And she still would sit here in 2026 and spin that differently due to regret. Please. Let's get into the start of the stream from just a few days ago, where this just kept going on and on and on, just from panel to panel. Not one being on her platform.
Hey. Hey, girl.
Hey, before we talk, I just want to say first, I'll agree to this conversation if you do not ask about my involvement in the docuseries. I'm not speaking on that with, especially, no offense, especially with you, until after it comes out. I want to state that because that wasn't acknowledged.
No problem. She don't want to talk about that docuseries, none of that. Okay, what the fuck you up here for? What? Can someone explain to me why Rosie's up there? What did she got to stay this stuff on? Oh, because she's going to find a way to center herself. Because for whatever reason, Rosie wants some accountability, some type of acknowledgement from a fucking predator. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I can respect that because
I will have a conversation with you based on the fact that I did not want to discuss that quote because I understand it's being memed, but I've said on my platform multiple times, and I have stated I have to be careful because of NDAs. But yes. I said they, not he.
But can you acknowledge, please?
It's a one-off quote.
Let me get this straight. Rosie's sitting on this panel because of that, 30-second clip? She wanted to clarify. I didn't say he. I didn't say you specifically, Stefan. You're up here with this man who has had all those allegations. She has sat on those panels to listen to the experiences of some of those women. Keep in mind, some, not all. But she finds it necessary to clarify with him, oh, you misunderstood that short-ass clip. I need you to understand what I said. So what, he could walk it back and apologize? So he can acknowledge in front of his viewers like, oh, I was wrong about Rosie? Even if he did that, what the fuck does it matter? I don't look for the respect of predators. If a predator respects me, I'm actually scared. That would scare me and that would anger me. I would never want the respect of predators. It's the reason I'm happy I don't have the respect of people like Nader Oshami. Chantel Marie, Keemstar, Amberlynn Reed. I don't want the respect of predators. So even if they got some information wrong, if I want to acknowledge it, the most I'm going to do is come on my platform, dog walk them, and keep it moving. I don't need to have any fucking conversation with you. Fuck you. You read it wrong. I'm going to read you down. And hopefully more people keep reading you down online. But she needed to clarify that with Stefan. Okay.
And my involvement in the docuseries does not have to be tied to you.
But do you see, Rosie, do you see how it comes across in the trailer?
I do. That's why I've been just like chilling. But what I will say, Stefan, the part that I'm not like cool with is you're acting like I just kind of came for you. You called me a bitch in your stream. I have the screen recording. I have a screen recording. It's a
Stefan calling a woman a bitch is one of the least problematic things that he's probably done in the past decade. Oh my God. He called Rosie a bitch. Damn. Mind you, this man is touching people's asses just because they step into his fucking house. Assuming things are going to go a certain way just because they step into his house. But my God, Stefan called Rosie a bitch. A predator called Rosie a bitch. Y'all sound the alarm. Calling the troops. This is huge. Add 10 years to his sentence. He called Rosie a bitch.
Six, 7 minute screen recording of when you were reacting to me, when you were slut shaming me, when you were speaking about me in real disrespectful ways, when all I did was appear in the trailer, dude. That's all I did. At that point, that was all I did. You acted like you never knew me. When you followed me on Instagram, when you had friended me on my private Facebook, you had been involved in my general orbit on the internet for years. You knew about me. You and I had not interacted. Please let me finish. Please, just respectfully. You were not honest about the fact that you may not have fully remembered me because we did not have deep interpersonal interaction. I never claimed that. I never claimed to be at your house. I never claimed to be a victim of you. All of that was speculation. All of that was thrown all about. My involvement is something that I deserve to be involved in for what that documentary is going to be. And I stand on that. And my experience with you was when I spoke to you briefly in 2020, and I was in this Discord,
yeah.
and I saw your behavior in the Discord and in your lives, and I decided I wasn't for it. And as someone who gets as much hate as I do, I completely understand that every person and viewer has their own perspective and their own reasons to have their feelings about whomever, however. And I have my opinions about you based on your behavior, on how you've acted. And when they did ask me about you,
I want to make sure I co-sign that. A lot of people have their opinions on Rosie based on her behavior, how she acts, the things she chooses to present online and post for all the world to see. I cannot believe this is the conversation she chose to have with a fucking predator. And I want to make sure I had grabbed, let me see. Hopefully I grabbed Valentina's comment right here. Rosie seems genuinely upset and confused why the actual victims are telling her to be quiet. It's such an entitlement story of Rosie's life. That was referring to Paula in them earlier. And hopefully I'm not messing up your name, Paula. I'm trying to actually say it correctly. I'm trying to say, because she has a beautiful name. But when she said this, I was just like, what the hell? And this was the comment right here. It's like she sees it as the same level because he called her that. That's her firsthand experience from him. And keep in mind, technically her firsthand experience was those DMs where Rosie was desperate to get her ass to that paradise house. Why is this a conversation she feels she needs to have? Based on even the little bit of the trailer that we did see, the first one. Because keep in mind, they dropped a second one just a few days ago. I'll go over that in a second. That second trailer.
Did speak on that, but I've never claimed to have some connection to this or made any lies or allegations. But Girl World is doing what Girl World does, and I am someone who is.
Oh, I actually want to grab this. Corvid, thank you. Everyone calls her Pal. Okay, so I'm going to call her Pal from now on because I'm not trying to fuck up her name. And thank you, Corvid. I just wanted to make sure I grab this just so, you know, the rest of the chat is aware. So yes, let's go by Pal. Let's go by Pal. And for those who don't know, Pal has been in at least Scarletter's chat. So looking into a lot of this, I think I mentioned it in my last stream, but if I didn't, Pal has been around. Pal has been around. And Pal, if you see this, hey girl. When I first saw her on stream, I was like, oh, hello. Hold on. You need backup, Pal? Hey girl. I saw this comment from Kim earlier and I felt that shit. Let me see if I saved it. Cause low-key, I was just like, oh girl, I feel you. Damn it. I don't think I saved Kim's comment. She had wrote it earlier in chat. And I was just like, I feel you, girl, but I gotta keep it cute. I got the platform. And if anybody sends this message back, I'm a lying, say it's AI. I refuse to be thirsty on this platform. But when I first saw Pal, I said, oh, hello. Happy Pride. Let me get back. I'm kidding. Yo, this edible's hitting. Let me shut the fuck up. Respectfully, Pal, respectfully. But if you want it disrespectfully, you tell me to. Okay, back to Rosie.
Relentlessly harassed and lied on. And I have had this year multiple police visits to my house because of the actual in real life doxing, stalking behavior that I have had to deal with because of that community. And I feel like you jumped on that as an opportunity to discredit me and my voice when you knew nothing, Stefan. You did not know.
That wasn't even me. It was all those YouTube channels, girl.
But you were in their comments. You were capitalizing on that. You were like, who's this Rosie girl? I have your words on screen, Stefan. Like, respectfully, dude, it's like at the end of the day, we both have our places in this story, and none of us have heard it yet.
What place does Rosie have when it comes to this? It's obvious she more than likely sat there and talked about how she used to be a feedie, her history with feeders and stuff like that. But outside, like, girl, what part does she really have? What place does she really have? They found a chick online, a really big bitch who went viral for being a big bitch. And keep in mind, even though we're not covering it today, someone did recently post it. I'll make sure to credit you. An article that Rosie did like a couple of years ago. That's all she's been after, attention. So when she was big as a fucking fridge, getting paid to smear fucking chocolate cake all over her fucking body or, play around with her fucking doggy door, when she thought she could get the attention that she desperately wanted then, she was all for that. But the truth is, Rosie didn't get the attention she wanted out of that fucking community. So what does she do? She does exactly what she has always been doing, seeking to get into these communities, get in the good graces of people that are popular in those communities. That's why she was in Zach's DMs. Why do you think she's in Apathetic Facts DMs? Didn't know that. Why do you think she's so eager to work with Obese to Beast or Michelle McDaniels? That's all she wants. She wants attention by any means. And because she was a fat bitch eating fat shit, she didn't get that attention. She said, hey, there's this community that I've been watching. They're into drama, kind of like me. And there's a whole bunch of big backs as well. Maybe I'll fit in there. And a lot of those big backs struggle with their weight too, just like me. Shit, maybe I could just get in there. You know what? Let me get in these DMs. Let me get in these comment sections. Let me get caught up and look at you now. No matter who you are, even if you're simply a viewer who doesn't have a platform yet, but you're thinking about it, start your fucking platform, be organically you, and your community will find you. No, doesn't mean we're going to go as viral as, maybe Kai or Obese to Beast and those big, no. But you know what? Whether you got 500 people watching you, 200 people watching you, 1,000 or more, the best feeling about your community is knowing your community fuck with you because you're authentically you. When I started my platform, I was minding my business for the most part, talking my shit online, and then my channel started to pop off. Different creators starting to hit me up. I'm like, oh shit, hey, like, damn, I've been watching you. I didn't seek them out. That's weird. That's one of the reasons I'm so close to the people that I'm still close to. It happened organically. Shit, when Michael and Zach first DM'd me ever, I was nervous. I was like, oh, fuck. What they about to say? Shit, I like them too. Like, what are they about to say? Because, you know, I'm unfiltered. So I was just like, ugh. You know what they did? Like, hey, keep up the great work. We fuck with your content. Like, you dope. And I'm just like, oh, thanks. It was weird because I was expecting the opposite. Because in my personal life, you know, when I run my mouth, it's not applauded. It's just like, girl, the fuck. So they fucked with it. Michelle McDaniels, till this day, that's a friend. I consider her a friend. She hits me up every fucking birthday, every birthday. If I'm off the platform for too long, she'll hit me up like, hey, girlie, I haven't seen you. What's up? Fill me in on life. There's great people you will meet organically. There are viewers that I have. If they're not around, I notice. I look for certain people. And that's like not shade to y'all, because obviously there's quite a bit of people who follow me, but like my community is dope as fuck. That's what you want. Sure, is big numbers great? Of course. Like, who's gonna not want numbers? But when it comes to the sense of community that you have and people fucking with you because you're you, nothing tops that. There's no AdSense check that feels better than having a solid community. Trust me. But she too busy being fake as fuck. Trying to, you know, calculate this over here, do this over there. Why the fuck was she in Apathetic Facts DMs? And that's not shade to Apathetic Facts, to be clear. But what the fuck? She's been begging people to cover her for how long? For years now. Now she's in the spotlight. Bitch, you got the crown. FFG has been popping her shit little by little these last couple of weeks. Every time I go to edit something of FFG's, I turn right back to Rosie. My focus is right here on Rosie. Do you know how dumb and problematic and stupid you gotta be for me to choose to cover you over FFG? You know I love dog walking that ugly bitch. But when Rosie start acting up, all right, FFG, down girl, sit, go drink out of the water bowl. I'm gonna come back to you. Nothing tops Rosie right now for me. And I'm happy a lot more of y'all are coming around to it, because there's a lot more of this. Trust me.
Can we agree on that?
That's the craziest part. You know, apparently the producers played all three sides, you know? I had no idea.
I'm not speaking on that until it's coming out. And that's been my biggest beef with everyone. Why is everyone running their mouth so much when no one's seen it?
I guess the trailer really did what it was supposed to do. It stirred shit up.
Right, but if I'm talking about those of us involved, not the viewers, right?
But hey,
I'm talking about those of us involved. Because whether people like me or not, or agree with me or not, or whatever, I'm involved.
Okay. Hold on. So let me say one thing right here on screen with everybody watching, right? So I apologize to you for calling you off out of your name, right? I just lost my friend, right? We lost our Shay Shay, and all this shit happened, and then the fucking trailer drops, and all this fucking bullshit shitstorm pops off, right? And then I see these YouTube channels, and I get thrown under the bus left and right, so, even by my own people. I
just want to, if I didn't make it clear, Stefan would never get this much time out of me. A conversation for me to sit there and listen. Do you see? She's nodding along, she's listening. And this ain't even just it. She really started to have empathy and sympathy and really connect with this man. Truly. Like, Pal gave it to her ass, but honestly, she could have given it to her a lot more. If I sit here with you, let's pretend it's this community, and I sit with another creator and I share with you some things that are probably hard to share. And I do it because I want to make sure people are aware that this person is desperate. I sit here and I share these things with you. You hear me out. You show me support. You agree. And then you go sit with that dude. Bitch, it's fuck you. The truth is, I would have been calling that bitch everything but what her mama named her if we ended up back on panel. So you sat here and entertained all of these ladies, some being victims of this man, and for you to sit up here like this, and you worried about this man calling you a fucking bitch? You worried about him misinterpreting what you said in a fucking documentary? Did you remember some of the important things in that documentary? The same documentary where Rosie kept saying she ain't trying to center herself. If you're not trying to center yourself, you wouldn't be sitting up here with the main predator that people are talking about when it comes to this documentary. But no, she's not trying to center herself. Shut the fuck up. Just like she said in that community tab post, she's going to take time to reflect. Reflect for a long time, bitch. Reflect for a long time. I don't want to hear no excuses, which is what we'll get. But this is a lame. She's a fucking joke. You want to sit up with someone who possibly sexually assaulted me? I got you. I got you. She ain't never got to worry about a reactor, a hater. Bitch, you sit up with somebody who sexually assaulted me to give them time and sympathy. Rosie wouldn't even have to worry about Cam. And I mean every word of that. Bitch, fuck you. Those girls should have said a lot more to her. And for those who know what I'm talking about when I say Cam, you know what I'm talking about. Please.
Genuinely just fucking upset. I don't know you. I dug out this chat after you basically made me aware that we even chatted. And I'm sorry, girl. Like, I did not intend to, like, call you any names or, like, you know, be derogatory. Like, hurt people, okay? And if you have seen any of this fallout that this shit has produced for me, I hope that you understand that, like, I woke up to a kick in the face seeing that trailer and reading the fucking headline, Escaping from Paradise. Are you fucking serious? Obviously not your fault, but like, at what point do people agree that, like, you know, hurt people bleed on others? And I am being fucking railroaded right now by everybody, by all sides. And if it wasn't,
sorry, please continue. I don't mean to interrupt you.
if it wasn't for
Interrupt predators. Disrespect them. Honestly, I need her to spit at her phone. I don't care how nasty that is. Disrespect them. She shouldn't have been up there, but you disrespect predator. I don't mean to cut you off. Man, fuck you. Oh, I'm being railroaded all over the place. Not enough. The fact that that wasn't her response, not enough. Fuck out of here. Oh, let me not go ahead. I want you to have a voice. I know you might have been taking voices away from some of your victims, but I want you to have a voice. Rosie, you're a dumb bitch. A very dumb bitch.
Shelby and Audrey and Rissa and, like, you know, the last remaining, like, real people in my life right here. And, like, even Minxie coming back up and Shelby making peace there. And, like, you know, this is terrible. Paradise was supposed to be something positive, and where has it gotten us? On a fucking murder mystery channel. Okay, sorry. Now your turn.
No, you're fine, and I apologize. I'm not trying. You gave me that's my time to speak, so I'm not trying to be rude. So, the first thing I want to say out the gate, because it seems to me it's pretty clear that you haven't seen anything that's come directly from me and my content, because I don't involve myself with the LCU. I think that shit's disgusting. I will never involve myself in the LCU, and
The LCU is, yes, a horrible place. I agree. But she won't find herself in the LCU, but she'll find herself on a panel with Stefan and also people who work in the LCU. Stefan is comparable to Keemstar. Fupa Cheese works for Keemstar. Foxy works for Keemstar. She was in the LCU during these panels. It just was on TikTok. What the fuck? Don't get me wrong. A lot of the bigotry was not in this conversation the same way it would be in the LCU, but hello, the fuck? Same shit.
I am frustrated that all of this is even involved in that universe, because it's grimy garbage content. I called it moldy hot dog water, to be specific. I don't want to be involved in it at all. But I want to state that this entire time through this process, the timing of Shay's passing is horrible. regardless of my opinion of you or any person involved. Anyone who knew Shay is a human being and deserves grace and time to mourn. And this is a layer of complexity that is deeply upsetting. And I had no relationship with Shay. I never interacted with her. I barely even knew about her or of her. So I won't speak on her as a person, and I haven't this entire time. And I will never want to disrespect that. And regardless of my opinion of you, which I have many, and I'm the kind of person where if I say something behind your back, I'll say it to your face.
Did anyone hear Rosie tell Stefan that she believes that he gets with people where their frontal lobe isn't developed? Did anyone hear Rosie repeat a lot of the things that she said about Stefan when he was on panel with Pal, Zio, and others? So if she would say these things, you know, behind Stefan's back, she ain't got no problem saying it to Stefan. That's not the energy she brought to this platform. When she was on TikTok Live, that's not the energy she brought. So what the fuck is she talking about? What is she talking about? And this whole idea that, you know, giving Stefan grace, fuck Stefan. He's a predator. For the young lady who passed, it doesn't mean he didn't prey on her as well. There's a reason Stefan looks for these specific women. And let's not forget there were warnings that Stefan was given by friends of these ladies that, according to these friends, he ignored. So no, there ain't no grace. Go grieve outside of my fucking presence. How about that? Ugh.
Right? I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, like, you know, you're someone I would want to be friends with. But I will sit here and say that you're a human being, and that was someone that was close to you, and you have your right to your grief. At the same time, in that grief, I think there's room for grace. However, I find it interesting that that was your first response to when you were acting out and your wrongdoing towards the situation, toward me specifically.
That part right there, towards me specifically, that's what all of this was about. Rosie centering herself, even though there are much bigger conversations to be had. She wanted him to focus on the accountability he didn't take with her. The fact that he was confused by her words. He didn't know the whole context of the reason why, you know, she's even part of the project. For me specifically, and that's the problem. This has been all about her. I want to repeat, if a predator calls me a bitch or misinterprets my words, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. You're a whole predator. I don't care for your respect anyways. You don't got to correct shit. You don't have to correct a thing. Fuck you. But it was that important to Rosie. Before we continue and before I work myself up, let's take a quick break. Take a quick break. And again, to me, modded sister, enjoy. This is for you. And anyone new to my platform, buckle in. It's bonding time. I believe you'll like this. And if you don't, I'll convince you do. I'll be right back.
Handful of crisis. Please, someone save me.
Got a shopping cart? What the f is this?
You piggy pig pig. Oink, 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 motherfucker. You're gonna be detained. Detain me, bitch. Beep, beep. Whee. Whoa, whoa. What the fuck, man? Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Miss Piggy, no one wants you here.
Wink, wink, bitches.
Maybe he's in the mood for pork. He doesn't get to eat it in real life, bitch. Go fuck yourself. Oink, oink.
Do I look like a giant baby?
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go, so go. Cause you're picking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you up, meet you at the end. Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stand what you're getting so hollow. So go. Cause you're thinking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake. Fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end. No time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't see and waste away. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you up, meet you at the end.
Don't y'all feel refreshed? Don't you feel just lighter? I always feel great after the bonding breaks, and I love the reactions in chat. One of my favorite comments, because I always try to at least grab one comment. Cap said, Charlie's breaks are the reason Rihanna hasn't returned to music. That had me cracking up. She will return. She posted I think it was an Instagram story. It's a social media. It was a few months back. She in the studio. I'm ready. Oh, I am ready. I am so ready for some new music from Rihanna. And I want to hear shit from Twitter. I might have to avoid Twitter because, you know, when people take a break for a while and they come back, and yes, it's been a while. I understand that. It's just the theories and opinions, and nobody's going to ruin that for me. When Rihanna returns with music, oh, best believe. And then if she does choose to go on tour, I'm going to need all of y'all to wait for me to get my ticket so it's not sold out, and then get yours. I know that's not realistic, but it's a simple request. If she goes back on tour, I need to be guaranteed I get a ticket. So I'll let y'all know once I purchase mine, and then everybody else goes. Thank you. Let me get caught up on some of the support, and we'll get back into this Rosie mess. And I want to repeat, I edit down about 12 hours. I'm not done, by the way. The panel with the ladies, and then, you know, Amber, and when I saw Tommy up there, Future Becky on Twitter posted a screen grab of Tommy up on the panel wall. I said, oh, bitch. Literally, my first reaction was, oh, Amber, stay away. Because it would be tough. Genuinely, if Amber was on the platform right now, it'd be really tough following all this. Like, I'm barely keeping up with Chantel because she's not keeping my attention the way Rosie is. FFG, that bitch still popping her shit miserable. So, gotta keep tabs on that. And then if Amber, please, girl, actually stay away. Stay. Just keep doing your cameos. Mrs. Sabre, thank you so much for 4 months watching while I do my makeup before I go out to celebrate my 37th birthday. Shout out, fellow Geminis. Happy birthday, boo. I hope your makeup looks glorious. I hope you enjoy your night and happy 37th birthday. Can y'all please tag Mrs. Sabre? So funny. I'm literally going to a birthday dinner after this. But anyways, happy 37th birthday, boo. Enjoy your night and enjoy the rest of the month. Okay, remember, your birthday doesn't just stop on the day. Never forget that. All right. And thank you again, boo. Miss T for me. Thank you so much for 16 months. I would have dropped 2 if he came for me. You don't think there's been a couple, and for anyone who doesn't know what Miss T's talk about, Michael B. Petty, you don't think there's a couple of times I had to tap out of a disagreement Michael and I have had? Mm-hmm. He's literally one of my best friends. So we obviously have argued, and there's been a couple of times I had to tap out. Don't get me wrong. I put up a good fight because I'm stubborn as fuck and combative. I'm grateful he's still my friend through all my flaws because I know I'll be getting on his fucking nerves. But there's a couple of times I had to tap out. I was just like, I remember one disagreement, he took a specific tone. And when you talking to somebody and you could tell the tone is a warning, like, bitch, are you sure you want to keep going? I remember that. And you know how quickly I was like, you know what? Michael, you're right. You're right. Because I heard it in the tone and I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like getting dog walk right now. Keep in mind, these conversations are happening privately. Y'all don't even know Michael has had to dog walk me a couple of times. But I remember that tone and I was just like, yeah, nah, you're right, Michael. Did I believe it in that moment when I said it? No, I just did not want what was coming if I kept going. So I said, all right, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Later on, I fully understood. So he technically was right. But in that moment, I was lying. Just like, I don't feel like getting dog walk today. No. Yeah, I have been a little combative. Matter of fact, let me check my calendar. My period's probably coming. Yeah, we're gonna blame it on that. We're gonna blame it on that. That's why when there used to be critics like, oh, her friends don't hold her accountable. Not in public, stupid. That's the point. That's a friendship. At least my type of friendships. Dummy. Let me see. Oh, question is, did she run from the bear or Michael faster? Knee modded. Michael. Yep. Yeah. That's the sad part. I think she would actually attempt to outrun a bear before she sits on a panel with Michael, especially after lying. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think people know, even if Michael isn't around, one of the things that I appreciate about Michael, he's an overprotective friend. He don't play around with his friends. If he actually considers you a friend, he don't play about you. That's one of the reasons I love him. Waffles, thank you. Girl, you are glowing. I know Rosie can't relate. Technically, when she is a bit sweaty in that kitchen, and depending on how the light, hits her face, the face fat, can I just say, like, anyways, thank you, Bill. I was about to go into a whole thing about her face fat because her face fat has been transforming. That's why the people who are like, they don't see the weight gain. Are you okay? And yes, this is me saying this as a big back. She's gaining weight. She's been gaining weight. Cut it out. She's gained at least 100 pounds in the last year. Please cut it out. But thank you so much, Waffles. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let me see. Fallen Angel. I'm going to learn how to read. Fallen Angel, welcome to the Go Cluster, Bill. Welcome. You are supreme, so you have access to the Discord. So I hope I see you next week while we're watching that documentary. Thank you so much, boo. Let me see. Dolphin Noise Potatoes. I know that's right. I don't know why I like your name. It's so different, but I like it. Welcome to the Go Cluster. That's my point. Welcome to the Go Cluster. Enjoy. You are supreme, so you have access to the Discord. Bell Coops, welcome. Thank you for joining, and thank you for your support. Jennifer, Rosie thought she'd be the lovable anti-girl of Girl World. The delusion. She really thought that. And that's what I don't understand. I think because she's been able to control so much in her personal life, her private life, the way, her family maneuvers around her and stuff like that. And she's gotten away with a lot of claims from the past. I really thought she She really thought this would be different in this space. Out of all spaces, and I know there are many corners of the internet, you're not going to get away with shit around here. It may take a while. It may take about 2 years, like it did FFG, getting caught up and everybody realizing, no, she's not that great. She's a scammer. It may take some time, but people find you out. And if you want to be the center of attention, you're done. If you want to be the center of attention, just make sure you stand on your shit, because it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. I will never get it, especially in a space like this. Let me see. Kem. Oh, yeah, I'm going to just say Kem. Kem, thank you so much to 8-foot cult leader. Will she cry about being groomed into being on the, oh God, I could actually see her say that. Anyways, into being on the live with him, or was it just her phone that fell into her hand accidentally? I know in some way she's going to find a way to be a victim, even in that conversation with Stefan, even though it was so clear she wanted to be up there. I want to repeat, she was up on Stefan's, I think I call him Steven, but anyways, Stefan's panel for about 3 hours. 3 fucking hours. 3 hours that could have been put into applying for jobs, preparing for a job interview, brushing up that resume. 3 hours connecting with a fucking predator. In loving memory of Snow. I don't want to mess up their name. Rest in peace. Can y'all please it's Badusi. For y'all who don't know, Badusi changes up her username a lot. Just let Badusi know like she got love. Boo. I know I'm behind on a lot of support, but I hope you're still here, Badusi. And we got you, boo. We got you. I know it ain't easy. There's no it is, but I'm happy you still show up and you still around. So I hope you're doing better, boo. Goofy, God, Rosie speaks so much to say so little. Literally, it's just on and on and on. Really, just put it in no, actually don't put it in a community tab post. We saw what happened. She writes novels. She likes to hear herself speak. That's why her voice, Rosie's voice, has been one of the loudest when it comes to that documentary, sadly. And keep in mind, we still don't know how long her segment is. It could be for 5 minutes. And look at all the chaos she caused. For what? Well, at least it got her attention. Let me see. Lorna, welcome. Welcome to the Gold Cluster, boo. You are supreme. And I think you might be returning. Either way, welcome. And you are supreme. So get in that Discord. Let me see. Opinionated, thank you so much for the gifted membership. To the new member, enjoy. And again, get in that Discord. Even when you are, it's gifted, get in there, y'all. And there's a tutorial in the description. If you have any trouble outside of that tutorial to get you into the Discord, there's a dedicated email. Email me and I got y'all. I'll get you in there. Miss Kizzy, thank you so much, boo. Let me see. 53 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love the eyeshadow, Charlie. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. So tomorrow, well, actually, it's the rainbow, but y'all know what tomorrow's going to be. And I appreciate you. Life with Ron, making your appearance known. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. And it's a rose. I appreciate that. Thank you. Make sure you keep it cute in chat. Let me see. Berry Raccoons, thank you for 4 months. Needed this stream after a long week of moving. Hubby and I are renting our first townhome and have left apartment living behind. Time for a dog walk. Enjoy. When I tell you going from, and I know, going from an apartment to townhouse, there is a difference. There genuinely is a difference. Having a home is just amazing altogether. I'm not downing apartment living. I love apartment living, but you'll notice it and you'll like it. So congrats to y'all. And I know moving could be a whole lot, but thank you so much. Old Lady Pending, thank you for 5 months. Thanks for covering QLR. She manages to say 500 words per minute and still not say anything, but I'm a victim. Your edits give off tall energy. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. When I tell you, I was just like, oh, I hope they appreciate this, because it was a lot of editing down, like a lot. And I forgot the lady's name, because as you can see with the screen, I don't have the chat. And for anyone who doesn't know, I actually get the live streams from a specific app. So that's why it doesn't have the chat in there. Like I don't screen record it. There's an app that has TikTok lives, like you got to sign up and pay and all that. So I just did that. So that's how I've been getting all the live streams. Cause yeah. But let me see. Let me just get to a bit more and then we'll continue. Just Jamie, thank you. Rosie was really enjoying herself on Stefan's stream because he and Rita were keeping Girl World viewers from getting up there and dragging her. Pathetic. Yeah. Oh, so and I was just saying that. Her name's Rita, the blonde lady. She's a fucking joke. Keep in mind, remember the conversation that she was having with Rita? We'll be covering that tomorrow because I included it because Pal had to let her know. Let's just say Rita doesn't have the best reputation based on some of the girls' experience with her. But Rosie has heard so many good things about her when really Rita was just stopping viewers from criticizing Rosie in real time, getting her caught up in real time. It's interesting. It's like Rita might have a pattern of protecting problematic people, like Stefan, allegedly. Spirit Box, thank you for 2 months. This membership is worth every cent to support you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you. I really, really appreciate y'all. Oh, BPD Baddie, thank you for 4 months. Rosie has me fucked up this weekend. She needs to be edited out of the documentary. If she thought a convo could be had with Steph, why didn't she first? Exactly. She's such a joke. And the fact that not only were a lot of people starting to tap into her, but more people are starting to tap into her because of this. And I feel like I've made this connection in the past, and I'll probably say it again in a different stream, but I haven't heard anyone make this connection. But if it's been said, just let me know. I'll credit them. I want to remind y'all, for a while, Amberlynn, right, had viewers that were growing, some criticism that was growing, right? Years in the past. So her following was growing. One of the things or behaviors, the thing that had a lot of people more on board to following Amberlynn, especially the creators who cover Amberlynn, was Rainin Petal's eavesdrop. When she put out that claim and then admitted she lied about that, there was a shit ton of more people who started following her and criticizing her. Her hate following probably doubled or tripled because of that behavior, because of what she did. Now we have Rosie, who wanted attention from this community like an idiot, who was getting a bit of traction. And then she lied and claimed that Zachary Michael was grooming her. The Zachary Michael that she had been DMing, desperate for their attention, desperate for them to cover their content, different from Amber, that Zachary Michael was grooming her. That's when a lot of people started paying closer attention. Now we have this here. Her sitting on a panel with a predator, connecting with a predator, showing sympathy to a predator. When just last year she was making excuses for a man she was fucking on the floor who had allegations against him. Now a lot of people are leaning in. A lot of people are more open to seeing the similarities. These last few months, but specifically these last few days, is probably what's going to solidify Rosie being a topic in this community for a long time. For someone who thought they were so different from Amber, from Chantel, she's repeating a lot of the same mistakes. Sucks to suck. Sucks to suck. Let me see. Matt, thank you. My love, you grabbed the palette but didn't show us. Oh, sorry. It's because I've showed this a million times and I didn't even think about that. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, headphone users. I'm always dropping something on this desk. Thank you, Matt. I think because I was so busy talking because I knew I had a lot to cover. But for those who are wondering what the inside of the Mothership 5 palette looks like, this is it here. And I use this red here. But this is the Mothership. I feel like my lights and everything don't do it justice, especially my internet, but I love this palette. And look, the back is gold. I love this palette. Oh, you see yourselves? Y'all see the chat on my laptop? Okay. Anyways, I'm so childish. Thank you, Matt. You know, I be all over the place. Sometimes my mind's got to get me together. Addicted to Cold Brew, thank you for 1 month. Let go from her last two. Let go from her last two. Don't forget that about the part. Yeah. Oh, she was let go from her past two. Okay, so Rosie was let go from her past two jobs. Wasn't aware about that. I thought it was just the last one. Don't forget about the part-time job she got before Texas. She lost that one too. Keep being you. Thank you, Addicted to Cold Brew. I'm actually happy you brought that up, and we'll get back into Rosie after this. Only because she did claim she got that part-time job, and now she mentions, I want to say in the last few streams, like this is her only job. Yeah, I noticed she really don't. Keep in mind, I never really believed the whole part-time job thing. I think she was saying that to try to like maybe silence her parents a bit, silence viewers a bit, but I never actually believed she had that part-time job, especially with the way she was explaining that the scheduling went. I was just like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 sec. Let me just grab one more and we'll get right back into it. Mama, thank you. Hi, Mama Maddie, but hi, Charlie and Discord fam. I first told you guys about the BD narc. I went back shortly after, but it's been no contact since October 2025. Y'all, can y'all tag Mama Maddie in chat? Good on you, boo. Good on you. I will never sit here and pretend I understand those patterns or what it goes through or what you go through, but I'm happy for you and I'm happy you're still here. All right. On that note, let's get back into Rosie and I will continue with the support in a moment. And thank you again, y'all. Please tag Mama Maddie in chat. Let's see.
Because yes, you are grieving and there is a layer there where I find understanding and I don't ever want to discredit that. But I do want to point out that that was your first response instead of just holding the accountability for your actions. That I do have in screen recording that the words you did say when you did not have the information.
Like which part are you talking
When you
about
were
right now?
calling me a bitch, when you were talking about in the last live, when this live was very different, but the last live when I joined in and someone saw my name and I was dog piled on for almost 30 minutes, and you said specifically to me that you watched my prior corn content related.
Listen to this. I'm gonna run this back. Now Rosie's trying to confront Stefan about possibly watching her old porn. Listen to this exchange.
Like which part are you talking
When you
about
were
right now?
calling me a bitch, when you were talking about in the last live, when this live was very different, but the last live when I joined in and someone saw my name and I was dog piled on for almost 30 minutes, and you said specifically to me that you watched my prior corn content related to feederism.
I didn't watch it. Somebody sent me a clip because I had no idea who you are. Like the
Okay,
whole time.
then I may have misconstrued that clip then. Okay.
Would that have mattered? Genuinely, when it comes to all of this, what does that matter? Oh my God. The man who gets a whole bunch of insecure, probably desperate, big women to go live in his house and hopefully fuck them all might have possibly seen Rosie's sex work from the past. Mike, okay? That's so dumb. Yes, Stefan probably has even watched Hungry Fat Chicks work from the past. What's this conversation? Why does that matter?
All right, fair enough. You might have said
No,
it.
I mean, and it's
I know
completely,
English isn't your first language, so okay.
it's
Then
completely
I may have
fine.
misunderstood that, but that was a very upsetting situation for me, and that is something that is thrown in my face constantly as someone who, again, you may not know my story.
Rosie is pleading to this predator. She is pleading because my past. So if you watch that and you could hear it in her voice, what the fuck are you doing? You don't know my past. I don't know if you know my story, but if you're willing to listen to it, I'll tell it to you, Predator. I will tell you my story, even though I just sat on a panel with a lot of women who told me their stories about you. But if you're willing to listen to my past and why, me smearing chocolate cake all over my titties was so traumatizing, yeah, the fuck? What is this? Genuinely, what is it?
But I'm an ex-feedie. I left feederism in a very big way. I have a podcast interview that I did on the We're All Insane podcast where I bore my fucking soul on everything I've been through. And Girl World has relentlessly tried to discredit me and make me out into a liar and like my trauma isn't real when it very much is.
I heard about that. Like, and then again, it's just gossip. It's just hearsay.
Right.
I never went for any receipts or whatever. Those YouTube channels are relentless about you, girl. Like,
I know.
Why? Like, I mean, this is an honest question.
Yes.
Like, why are you still on social media with that?
Because they're not going to let them drive me off.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to let them.
It's a
I'm
pride
not going
issue.
to let them. A pride issue? I don't agree with that.
No, that's what I
Well,
mean.
well,
Like,
okay, well, Stefan, let me ask you the same question.
yeah,
You have a lot
I'll
of
tell
faith.
you. I'll tell you. For me, it's a pride issue. I will not let fucking Piggy Stardust run me off of the internet with a fucking SA for entertainment campaign. I'm not. Like, if I quit, if I hang the towel on this, I'm going to hang the towel because I want to, not because some crazy made me.
While I can agree with the not wanting to hang the towel part of your statement, I deeply disagree that Kimmy is doing SA for entertainment. I
She said it
personally
herself.
wait.
She said it herself. She posted it herself and she got busted. You want me to show you the screenshot? She posted that SA is entertainment.
Unless I see that, I don't believe that.
I'll show you. I don't have a problem. Like, listen, Rosie, everything I say is usually me defending myself, and everything I say I have receipts for. I'm never going to talk shit about you unless I have receipts. I mean, the only shit I talked about you was literally just like, a little back and forth, like bantering and bullying each other, right? Because it's okay. Like, I really want you to know I'm also completely fine if you absolutely hate me, if you don't like me, whatever. This right here, us two on this screen in front of 500 people having a decent, normal, calm and collected discussion. No screaming, no names, no bullshit, taking turns talking. That's what's called like just common human decency, You can hate me all.
I don't entertain that shit. When I was younger, I was a lot more explosive and all of that. But in my current state of life, I'm not doing this. So
this would be the time where I would respect Rosie being explosive while having a conversation with a fucking predator. He is so happy to be speaking to Rosie, being able to possibly appeal to Rosie in a way that he hasn't been able to do with the other women that call him out. He's just so happy, so comfortable. Imagine a predator being that comfortable in your presence. When he's on a panel with Pal or other ladies that he's been on panels with, especially on Local Bus, you can hear and damn near feel how uncomfortable Stefan is. And that's what he should be, uncomfortable. But he's so comfortable with Rosie. A mess.
I just think I was willing to come up because I feel like when I said what I said in the chat in the beginning, it seemed to click for you. At least because I'm speaking about me and my involvement. I believe victims, period. There was, when I went live this morning, there was a piece of.
I want to make sure we revisit this from last year because Rosie just said she believes victims, period. And when there were allegations coming from a victim's parent and it had surfaced, these were some of Rosie's thoughts. For anyone who wasn't around last year, here's a little throwback from Rosie, who just said a few days ago she believes victims.
Information I did not know, and then when I found out, I handled it and I got all the appropriate information that I need to know the truth of what actually is going on. And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to start, to be real with you, but we're good. By the way, hold on, pause. Just to let my supporters know, like, him and I, we're solid.
I know these allegations just surfaced, but I want to make sure y'all know me and him are good. We are good. I'm going to explain to you why we good, but we are good. Yes, I just met him. Yes, I just fucked his sister, but we good. We riding out. I'm a rider. Okay, continue, Rosie.
He's been fantastic about it. I think I said it this morning, like when I kind of brought everything up to him and told him everything that was going on. I was like checking in with him, and he was like, "Hey," or no, I was like, "What did I say?" Let me think. I'm very thirsty and it's distracting me. But basically, I'm not hiding anything because this is someone I potentially want to date. So it's like he needs to know everything and he needs to know the truth. And like I don't fucking lie when it comes to relationships and stuff. But him and I are good, and we talked everything out. And he said that basically we were just gonna take everything like as the punches roll, Now, when it comes to the comments on the Facebook post regarding the mugshot that was brought up, I did not know about that before I went live this morning. So my original demeanor in that live did not take that into context. So I'm going to explain those comments, even though it's nobody's fucking business, because the nature of the accusations are so severe. And you guys know my story and how serious I am when it comes to things like child exploitation and children's safety and things like that. I don't fucking play. I am just saying that all of this stuff happened a long time ago. I wasn't involved in it. This is private people's personal business. So someone wrote a false accusation against him that had never met him, whose daughter had never met him, because this man was married and was trying to like get with someone he was related to. And so this person went online and was spreading lies about multiple people, including people associated with that family member. So if you read the context and like some of the responses back in those messages, that accusation is completely unfounded. There's no legal anything. I encourage anyone with any proof there's actually someone who was harmed, any proof that anything occurred, any proof that they actually knew each other, to take that.
She doesn't know shit. She wasn't there. She literally wasn't there.
To the authorities and handle it through the authorities if a crime occurred, because I'm very firm in the fact that nothing happened and it was all fabricated. And this is all something that's being blown out of proportion by people that don't like me because they are desperate to create a Tommy 2.0 situation for Girl World. They are desperate to find his flaws and to figure out a way to make this not work. They are desperate, and I will not let them interfere in my real life. I will live my life the way that I want to. I will share what I want to, and I will do what I see best for me, myself, and I, and the people that I surround myself with. I'm getting to know this person. I don't know if I'm going to get in a relationship with him. I don't know what else I may or may not find out. I don't know, but I'm not going to give up this opportunity because of people peer pressuring me on the internet to turn fabricated shit into tea time that then actually like impacts real life relationships for me. I'm not going to let them steal my joy. Absolutely fucking not. So, that's where I stand on this, and I'm not joking. If I'm wrong, if something happened, if there's anything going on that front, please report it, because then I shouldn't be associated with that person.
So it's up to her viewers to find what? How did this turn to the viewers? You need to prove this, because if there is something, then I shouldn't. Why is it that hard to cut this person off? I've cut shit off for less. I've cut shit off for less. Way less. She was fucking this man. Right before fucking him, she was fucking his sister and the sister's boyfriend. Their first date was at some karaoke swingers club, swingers bar with his parents. And then he had a rap sheet that could only impact our future. Bitch, what are you holding on to? Is it that hard for Rosie to find someone to get through her doggy door to penetrate her? Because why is she this desperate? She did all of this for someone she barely fucking knew. And before this stream, the reason you heard her walking it back a little bit, like, oh, I didn't know everything. Before this stream, she had went live in that morning with her titties all up in the fucking screen. Oh, people are desperate. They need to find lives. They're jealous. Of what? Finding someone to fuck you? After you were passed off by his sister? Listen to this part here coming up.
But I know the back end. I know stuff that I'm not sharing on here. So that's where I'm leaving that. That's where I stand on that, because I would not have come on to that live this morning acting like it was all a stupid joke had I known those comments were there. I want to make that very clear. Everyone has a story in their own shit. Nobody is perfect. How about we give some grace for things we know absolutely nothing about? Yep.
Listen to this.
Because I'm not joking. If I was lied to, which I don't think I was, but if I was, and there was a real victim in a real crime, then there needs to be a real police report and a real arrest warrant.
This was one of those moments for me when it comes to Rosie. I heard her say this and I genuinely saw red. If she had said something like this in my presence, and this is my take, as someone who's been sexually assaulted multiple times as a child, and there was no report. And guess what? I was sexually assaulted. So to the people who think like Rosie, if there's a victim, if there's a police report, fuck you. Fuck you. This was one of those moments for me when it comes to Rosie. She wants to keep fucking that man so damn bad. She will let those words come out of her mouth to try to excuse everything that was surfacing. Fuck Rosie.
That's what I'm sticking to for that. So. Or I would just like to speak to the person and get some confirmation that I was lied to. Honestly, that would be enough for me. Because, yeah, I don't play with that shit.
Rosie would like to speak to the victim. And what? Ask them to retell their trauma to her? I wish a bitch would. I wish a fucking bitch would. When I tell you, looking back now, Rosie didn't get dragged enough for this stream. Rosie didn't get dragged enough at all. And before I say this, I want to be clear. I'm a viewer before anything else. I enjoy certain creators. If I suggest something, if you feel you mentally can handle it, then do that. To a lot of the new creators who are covering Rosie, I would actually love if y'all revisited this, if you have the mental capacity, because obviously it's a triggering topic. But fuck Rosie. She didn't get dragged enough. And the fact that there are more people criticizing her now, more people up on her shit and realizing who the fuck she is, and people are starting to really pay attention to the people who have not covered this. You new to Rosie, you just started your channel. Please look into this stream. If you need a copy, I got a copy. If I'm being real, Nikki T got everything. But, I started archiving myself a little bit. I got a copy. Fuck Rosie. But let's not forget, the reason I played this clip is because Rosie, just a few days ago, sat on Stefan's panel, A Predator, and said she always stands with victims. She always believes them. But that was her just last year. Piece of shit.
And I'm someone who I watched all of that go down in 2021 as things were happening, and I'm someone who aligns myself with the other side. And I'm not going to sit here and like, I guess for lack of a better term, like placate you, right?
No, and you don't have to, but will you at least listen and believe me that, like, okay, it's completely correct, it's completely acceptable that you believe victims, but do you still believe victims when I can show you proof that some of these victims were recruited? Some of these victims called me, and I have recorded phone calls of them coming to me and saying, "Oh my God, I am so sorry, I was an asshole. Piggy convinced me to make a video about you." Would that change your mind at all?
I'm not speaking on that without further information. I'm not gonna be trapped into agreeing with you.
No.
Rosie, but he's literally telling you that he has proof of what's going on and he's willing to send it to you. So you don't have to speak on it, but he's showing you.
If you send me the proof or whatever, I will
look at it. I don't want you.
Imagine entertaining this man this much. Oh, you want to send me proof? After sitting with those women for hours. This is the same Rosie who said herself, Stefan's not a new topic to her. She's known about Stefan. She's watched past content about Stefan. Her opinions, according to her, were shaped by a lot of the allegations and a lot of the problematic behavior that's been out about Stefan for years. But here she is in his presence. Oh yeah, I'll hear you out. I'll take a look. Yeah. Fake ass bitch. She's an ally to no one. Let's be very clear.
I don't want you to switch sides. You are very valid. Your opinion is completely valid. You are just as much as an outsider in my story as I am an outsider in your story.
I think that's a fair statement in the
Yes.
sense that we don't have a real life connection. But
Right.
I will say I've consumed more content about.
Wait, I want to actually, because she's about to mention the content. Nikki T actually said, this edit is really good. Will you put up the video up? If y'all want it alone, I'll do that. The only reason I didn't is because there's not commentary in between and I thought it'd be boring. But if y'all want this edit alone, I'll put it up tomorrow morning because I'll do that. Just keep in mind, it's part of the stream. It's not the whole thing. And then obviously the edit with Rosie. I really thought about it for a second, but I was just like, I don't know if it has enough juice. I thought it needed more commentary. So, okay, I got y'all. And if you need a copy, Nikki T, beforehand for any reason, let me know. But I'll put it up tomorrow. I'll put it up tomorrow morning for y'all. And then, of course, we'll be back tomorrow evening to keep covering. But I got y'all.
Out your behavior over the years than you have for me.
That is
so
correct.
I feel I do have more of an opinion as a viewer, whether you're on Stefan's side or the side of Kimmy and everyone else. I just think that this is a situation where I firmly stand in the fact that I do not like a lot of your direct behavior I've seen with my own eyeballs, where there's been many situations where I feel like you do not hold yourself accountable, you deflect, you also do perpetrate. I mean, you did it to me. I watched you
You don't take accountability. All these things are wrong. But I'm going to bring it back to me. You did it with me. You did it with me. What are we talking about? I know you're probably thinking, what did he do? Because there's some serious allegations. What is it that he did to Rosie? Listen to this. The way she centered herself is crazy. And the fact that she still refuses to see it says a lot about her. You did it to me. This predator who has sexually assaulted people, what did he do? Go ahead, Rosie. Explain to him.
Interpret the messages right directly in front of your face on multiple occasions.
What? Let me run this back. He misinterpreted. Imagine this being a topic or something she needs settled while talking to Stefan the predator. Got it. Let's run it back. Because ain't no way.
I watched you misinterpret the messages right directly in front of your face on multiple occasions.
The message is from you to me?
Yes.
Okay.
When you were reacting to my stories, you were saying things that were not true with the screenshots right in your front face. And I don't fuck with that. I don't like that.
But then again,
that is deceptive, Stefan.
Rosie, you told me that there was a message where you said you want to come here. And it's not this.
So what happened, from my very vague memory, is I found you organically on TikTok prior to anything blowing up regarding you. I found you and I was like, I saw the videos and I saw what was happening and I was like, oh, if I ever go to Vegas, that would be so cool. At the time, I was actively in feederism, but you made a lot of disgusting comments as well about how like, oh, I probably was just in your Discord because I was looking for feedy stuff and it wasn't there. Like that's just gross.
Rosie.
That's a gross thing.
That's her issue. That's her issue. And what's about to follow with this young lady asking this question and with the way Rosa responds tells you everything you need to know. Even though we've gone over throughout this stream, me, what you did to me. I know you might have sexually assaulted someone, but you did call me a bitch. So we're going to have to address that a little bit. You called me a bitch. I know you were grabbing asses without any consent. I know you were doing all these things, but you called me a bitch. Let's address that. Let's address it. Now listen to this. I was so grateful when this young lady asked this.
To say, Stefan.
I'm curious. Can I ask you a question, hun?
Yes. I don't know.
What's your goal outcome in this whole entire situation?
My goal outcome?
Yeah. Like, what is your purpose involvement in this whole situation?
That's a very valid question. Yeah.
A simple question. Probably the most important question asked through all those hours of Rosie being on those TikTok live streams. Why are you here? What's the purpose? What's the end goal? Go ahead, Rosie.
I think that is a good question, but I feel like that falls under stuff that I would want to discuss revolving NDAs, as well as the fact of having, I said in the beginning of this,
not necessarily, because you're giving a lot of output. Go ahead. What?
Thank you. I'd like to finish my answer. What I was saying was, I do not want to speak on my involvement in the docuseries until it is out, and I'm not
talking about the docuseries, honey. I'm talking about the situation with Stefan you were just speaking of. What is your goal outcome of your involvement with the situation right here at hand?
Oh, like with this conversation?
No, with everything. With everything, not the docuseries. We don't have to talk about that. Okay. I understand the NDA. I'm talking about the whole involvement in your situation of what's going on that you're bringing up within this whole conversation the last, 7 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, that is a good question. I'd like a second to think on it.
I've just been curious this whole time. Yeah. I'm also a follower. I know I've been watching Paradise since 2020, and I get your side of what you're saying, but I don't understand the reasoning. I don't understand your reasoning and what your goal outcome is of all this.
I ultimately...
I just want to mention she struggled, because the truth is the real reason she was there, she couldn't say out loud. She'd get even more backlash. Why is she here? For the attention. She's a pick-me. She wants the attention. That's why she's there. She couldn't answer that. Now, while being asked that, and I'd have to think about it. What the fuck do you have to think about? That should have been an easy question to answer. Let's just listen in to the following day. Just a little bit of what Pal had to say with Rosie. To Rosie, sorry.
Did impulsively decide to go up there in the moment, thinking that it wasn't different to you guys going and speaking in on the LCU to him directly. I just didn't want to do it through that platform, and I didn't have another option in my head of how else to have gone about that. There may have been others that I just didn't think of, that I wasn't aware of.
But if you went into the documentary with because I know the line that you have in the documentary, right? I know what you're there for. So if that's your lane, right? And
Yeah.
you are a person speaking on a topic, not specifically on him. Why
Right.
do you need to talk to him?
Another very, very important question. Why would Rosie need to talk to Stefan? She hasn't experienced the other things that the ladies have shared. Never been to the house. Don't even know him. Her part in the documentary was more than likely talking about her past in feederism, not about being a victim to Stefan. So why did she need to talk to him? Because Rosie just said, hey, I tried to approach this a little differently because when y'all went up to talk to him, it was like on Local Bus or these different platforms. Yeah, they're talking to him because they have experience with him. They're calling him out. What the fuck was her purpose? She couldn't answer that. It's just like when I first was watching this, my first reaction listening to Pal, my future girlfriend, Pal, here's your baddie chain. Like if I had a baddie's chain to give Pal in that moment, I would have given her a baddie's chain. And for anyone who be in Discord watching Zeus with me, you know what I'm talking about. Pal, come get your baddie's chain. Keep eating this bitch up. Come get your baddie's chain. No violence even necessary. Because if you get a badge chain on Zeus, you had to fight a few times. But Pal just used her words. Come get your baddie's chain. In between my titties. Okay, just kidding. Back. Love you, Pal.
Ultimately, at the time, I felt like I had my reasons, and I think that I genuinely didn't think I was causing harm, and I think I was wrong. Honestly, I felt like, especially because like that day he had posted a TikTok, like tagging me, and it was just he had just been launching attack after attack, and I was like, well, if we actually do have an opportunity here to have a calm conversation, then maybe we should have done that. And then honestly, maybe I should have just stuck to that and dropped out of the live a hell of a lot sooner before we were diving into all these other topics. And those things not being about me, I think absolutely didn't help in the bigger picture. And I did not see that in the moment.
Again, if you were here over a topic,
Rosie couldn't have seen that in the moment because all Rosie saw was herself. Rosie wasn't up there thinking about the victims. Rosie wasn't actually up there thinking about a lot of the disgusting things that Stefan has done to people outside of her. She wasn't thinking about that because all she's been thinking about is herself and how she's going to capitalize off of being part of that documentary. Look at all the noise she got because of us, because of a lot of viewers who follow her, the creators. Look at all the noise that surrounded her just off of a 30-second clip. Imagine what would come from a 5-minute, 10-minute segment. That's all she's thinking about. So she needs her face to be everywhere. Stefan's the main topic. Let me get on panel with Stefan. These women are known for calling out Stefan. Let me get on a panel with them. Zio gets talked about a lot. Let me get on her panel. That's all she's been doing. This is a press run for Rosie. This is Rosie's press run for a fucking documentary that she's in about a fucking predator and the house of fat women that he has, in hopes that what? He'll fuck all of them. Or wait until we eventually get to the part where there's this young lady speaking, and I believe this young lady's no older than 23. Her breathing is worse than Chantel's.
a generic topic, then let's keep it about that, because you don't know about the issues that are happening in the fucking house with him. And I'm sorry that I'm going off right now.
No,
I'm just
listening.
honestly like, it does piss me off because it's like, you're acting like you were trying to help us here, and you are not. You were trying to put yourself in the center of attention again. And listen, do whatever you need to do to get your, whatever you need to do. Do whatever you need to do, but don't act here like you were doing us a favor. That's it.
Can I say something really quick?
It didn't take Pal long to realize that's all she's been doing, censoring herself. That's all she's been doing. You did it for attention. And she said it. Don't make it seem like she's speaking, she's speaking up for the victims or she's doing this for the victims. No, you're doing it for yourself. And the fact that Pal was able to realize this about Rosie in such a short period of time. But Rosie will still, for some reason, be confused, be incredibly confused. It didn't take Pal or the other ladies, a lot of the other ladies, to figure it out in no time. Let me get to a little bit more of the support and we'll get back into it. It's funny. Thank you. First live from my new apartment. I'm so excited to tune in today. Congrats, Will. Congrats. And remember, take your time unpacking. You're going to find everything that you need, even if it takes a week or so. But congrats on that new apartment. So many of you guys are getting new places. I love that for y'all. New apartment to townhouse. And I know there's a few of you guys who just got new apartments recently too. So congrats to y'all. Nemaded. Michael B. Petty, Zachary Michael, Charlie Gold, On Program situation. Oh my God, I miss On Program. I miss her so much. I talk to On Program like literally just a few times a year. We still stay in contact. But oh my God, I miss her. I missed her. Listen, if On Program returns, just so y'all know, I'm taking a week off. I'm taking a week off the platform. I'm tuning in. I need every bit of my time to tune into her. She living her life. I know that's not happening, but I would tune the fuck in. You have no idea. On Program, if you see this, I know I could just DM you, but still. We miss you, boo. We miss you. Keeping it cute. Thank you. Hi, Charlie. I love your look today. Tall Queen. Thank you. I realized I had your email wrong. I finally got it to you yesterday. Thank you for all you do. I'll look into it. I got you. I'll look into it. And thank you. I appreciate you. Let me see. Taby. Love the Rosie. Love that Rosie interacts more respectfully with Stefan than with Remy, since she actually let Stefan finish a sentence. Not only that, I'm going to add a little more, Taby. She actually interacted better with Stefan than she does her paying members. Yeah. Yeah. But you ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. She even called herself, oh, let me let you. Yes, you should have a voice. Ain't that something? Cap, thank you. I suggested a rainbow look throughout June. Oh, wait, yeah, no. Wait, no, Cap. I thought you said try each color. I would have sworn that's what you said. Actually, tag me in the mod chat. I would have sworn you said try each color. That's why I'm doing red today and I'll do a different color tomorrow. I didn't know you meant the full rainbow. That's why I got so excited when you suggested that. I really should stop reading our mad chat while I'm high. I really need to stop doing that. I'm gonna work on that. Thank you, Cap. Duco Duos, thank you so much for 6 months. I appreciate you, boo. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Duco. Hey. Junie Bells, thank you. Rosie just wants Stefan to notice her. Ain't that? And I agree. Very desperate. Imagine wanting attention from him. Oh, this is only the beginning. I feel so... No, actually, I don't feel bad. That was about to be a whole lie. I don't feel bad. Ashley, thank you for 15 months. Oh my God, it's 7 a.m. here and just happened to... Oh, see you live. Yay. Haven't caught one of your lives in weeks. Loving you 7-2. Thank you, mid-cult leader, so much. P.S. Stunning. I appreciate you. Honestly, I was hoping some more of the international viewers would be able to tune in because I do go during the evening. So I know you guys miss it. So it makes me happy. I love that. So all the international viewers who normally can't catch a stream of mine because it's later, I hope you're enjoying. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Taby, thank you. Love that Rosie acts more respectfully towards Stefan. Oh no, did I just read that? I just read that. Taby, I think you sent it twice. Sorry if you did, but thank you for the support. Because I'm like, I know I just read that. But I appreciate you, and you ain't wrong. Dessa, thank you for 10 months. With how much salt Rosie eats / drinks, her pool becomes hot dog water every time she gets into it. This is why Levi had to shock the pool this week. I'm going to read that again because it was that shady. With how much salt Rosie eats / drinks, her pool becomes hot dog water every time she gets into it. This is why Levi had to shock the pool this week. Drag her. Actually, I need to take a screenshot of that. We need to revisit this comment in the future. Dessa, keep eating this bitch up. Thank you for this. Oh. And you know Rosie probably tuned in on one of them soccer accounts because one thing about Rosie, she keeps up with reactors, the forums that discuss her, all of that. I just do think she's a bit smarter than Chantel. I think she does watch on a sock account, or at least she's watching in Discord with Remy and has Remy's account, around. Hot dog water. Let me see. See Giggity, thank you so much for 7 months. As beautiful as you are, this isn't bonding. You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to say anything. But when you guys say these type of comments, when you say these things, I feel like you're confused and you need a reminder. So let me give you a quick reminder, because it is bonding. Look straight into the screen. Enjoy the bonding. You enjoy the streams. You enjoy having to put your food to the side because we paint so much. Y'all enjoy it. It does make us stronger. It gives us thicker skin. This is what we need. You don't need help. You are right where you're supposed to be. Y'all enjoy it. See Giggity, I expect your opinion to be changed. You enjoy it. Thank you. Poutine chillin', welcome to the Cook. One day there might be an article for real, y'all. I don't know how I'm gonna walk all this shit back. Maybe I'll just play dumb like Rosie. Like they're like, oh, do you have any comments? I'm just gonna freeze up like Rosie. Or threaten to drop down from the piano the way she did with Michael B. Petty. Like I will end this call. I might play Rosie's way. Poutine, welcome to the Gold Cluster. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support, bro. Kate, hey, welcome. You are Supreme, so you have access to the Discord. Thank you for joining. Ultraviolet, Ultraviolet. I don't know why I thought I was messing up your name. Thank you for 1 month. Your consistency of character is really awesome. Thanks for being in this space. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Actually, I'm going to screenshot that. Thank you. It's something I don't talk about, but I've been told that a few times, so I do appreciate it. I really, really do. Because, baby, it's been a ride for these last few years. It's been a ride. I appreciate you. Addicted to cold brew, not Rosie Gold blaming her cycle. That's what I would have used. Listen, that's exactly what I would. Leave me alone. If Michael was checking you, would you not use the same? Listen, any excuse I could have that day, I would have used. But I appreciate you. Let's get back into Rosie because y'all know I'll keep talking, and then I'll continue with the support. But I appreciate y'all so much. Let's get back into it. And these kids outside, they are enjoying themselves. I ain't mad at it. But just in case you hear anything in the background, just please know kids are playing outside.
Star, thank you for coming up. I can answer that question really quick for myself. My goal, my outcome is I want to allow people to see my side of the story because I'm being accused, allegations, exaggerations, all this kind of shit. I'm being pushed in the corner,
Right.
I'm defending myself. I am here to defend myself.
Yep.
And
defending himself to Rosie and anyone who's willing to listen. Imagine a predator being so comfortable that they're hoping that you will let them defend themselves to you and obviously many others. And one thing I'm gonna say, and I say this a lot, but for real, shout out to my mods. Lily. Oh yeah, Charlie, drop some memberships for the beginning of the month. Thank you for that reminder, because the way I forgot. I always miss like the beginning. So thank you for that. Let me drop some memberships. And please remember, y'all, if y'all get gifted a membership, you still have access to the Discord. So get in there if you're comfortable, obviously. And thank you, Lily, for that reminder. Let me drop the first 5. All right, let me drop the first 5. That should be 5 going out there. And let me drop the other. I know I should probably not do it in the same stream, but I want everybody to get their memberships. Perfect. And the other 5. So to the new members, enjoy. And please get into Discord if you're comfortable. Let's not forget, even though I've mentioned it a few times, so I'm repeating myself, but let's not forget the documentary will be streamed in the Discord. So join me if you are comfortable. All right, let's now get back to Stefan wanting to, explain himself to Rosie. bond with Rosie, find common ground with Rosie. Mm-mm-mm.
And so basically, when I'm approached properly, like, I'm very much willing to always, even this whole situation right now, Rosie coming in, I said, Rosie, come up, like, let's have a civil discussion, right?
It's ridiculous to me as a woman to see this kind of crap going on
And that's
within
why I said,
within the women alone. I'm just talking about like basically the women's scenario situation right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's sad because women are supposed to hype other women up, and I see a lot of women dragging women down. And
the reason I kept this in here is because I wanted to make sure, even though I think it shows, I don't support all women. I don't support women who are pieces of shit, women who cape and make safe spaces for predators, make excuses for predators, women who are bigots. So no, I don't support all women. And the topics that I cover on this channel, which is mostly criticizing these women, is that women, and it will continue to be that. Shit, I could, criticize Stefan too. He's a man, all that. But yeah, I don't support all women. Some women are pieces of shit. So this whole all women to stick together, no the fuck not. I will never stick by Chantel, Amber Lynn, Rosie, FFG, pieces of shit like that. No, thank you. No, I will never support all women. That's ridiculous and fake as fuck.
in all aspects, and it's sad.
Now,
it really is.
I'm curious because it really is a valid question. Like, Rosie, what would you like to happen? I'm obviously promising you right here, right now, we can have peace. Like, I'll stop talking about you. I won't post about you anymore. I'm not gonna bully you, drag you, anything. If people come in my chat and they talk shit about you, I'm gonna shut it down. Because at the end of the day, I'm a pretty peaceful guy, and that.
I think I want to state, to kind of answer the question, I think the reason I kind of impulsively decided to do this was because, one, when I said what I said, I kind of saw it click in your head. So I was like, okay, maybe an actual conversation can be had. And then secondly was when you were talking, oh shit, just blew out of my head. God damn it.
Rain's going 180, I know.
Yeah, no, this is just a lot of pressure because I also know how this is just gonna fucking blow up for me tomorrow in my life, but whatever.
No.
I just think that I really want, god damn it, I had something really important to say. God damn it.
Why would it blow up for you? You're being very reasonable.
Oh no,
right now.
this is being screen recorded. Like, I'm talking about Girl World. I'm just saying, like, this is something that is gonna get twisted, whatever, because that's why I'm making it very clear. Like, I'm not here to like make amends with you or like be friends with you, but at the end of the day, like,
I'm not here to be besties, and I no longer want to fuck you, even though that's what I was, hinting towards in the past in those DMs. But I'm simply just here to use your platform and continue to center myself and hopefully get an apology out of you. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, we're not going to be buddies. I'm not going to be one of the girls you fuck at the Paradise House, even though more than likely I'd still accept an invitation, but I just want to use your platform. So continue.
I am someone who is able to have peaceful conversations. I felt like I wanted, in a way, to like explain myself as well. And the reason, that's what I was gonna say, is when I did impulsively decide to come up here was because I felt like I wanted to defend myself as well. And it's something that I'm not like, I've been taking so much shit because I'm one of the few people that's choosing to not like pick huge fights and like start crazy drama and like get into like huge blowouts and sensationalize shit.
What? She may not be yelling and screaming like a wild banshee, but she is very much creating more and more drama. I want to repeat, she's one of the most talked about people from this documentary, and her clip is about 30 seconds long. This whole thing is not even centered around her. And she's one of the most talked about people on this project, which actually reminds me, because I didn't play it, let me play the new trailer for y'all. Let me play that new trailer for y'all. One sec. And thankfully, she's not in this trailer. I think Investigation Discovery knew. Not even a 5-second click. We got to keep Rosie out of this one. So here's the second trailer that dropped a few days ago.
Hey, my name is Stefan, and I'm just a normal guy. You know, that's my tagline on Instagram. I created paradise. My ideal type has always been very tall and very big. Like, she would be 6 foot or taller, and she would definitely be 500 plus.
What'd she say? We're putting food in that.
Part of my mission with Paradise is to teach people it is completely normal and completely acceptable to have an attraction to plus-size women. You know the songs, I like big butts and I cannot lie, it literally just is there. Or Moto Moto, I like them round, I like them chunky. You guys ready for a swimsuit check? Yeah, we got one, the next one right here. Like basically go all in a row. Like ducks in a row, everybody, yes. Paradise is a place of acceptance and love for plus-size people to visit. 3, 2, 1, walk. Yes, keep going, keep going.
The documentary is definitely going to be something. It is going to be something. Before we take a quick second break, I wanted to actually announce this before I forget or slips my mind. Zach is actually holding a charity stream tomorrow, and I wanted just Jamie, if you could drop a link, and my mods, can you copy and paste that? What I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna pin it. I don't know what I'm saying. Zach is holding a fundraiser tomorrow. It's from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Just Jamie, if you drop any link, I'll make sure to pin it. So please, if y'all can, check out the fundraiser, please. And again, it'll be from 3 p.m. to, yes, it'll be from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, did they really, Scrange? Thank you for the heads up. ID blocked my video for playing it, so be careful. They didn't do it with the last one, so that's why I assumed it would be okay. But y'all heard it here. If something happens to the stream, it's because I probably wasn't supposed to play. I probably wasn't supposed to play that, but they ain't say nothing with the last one. Honestly, they probably sick of us. They're like, start flagging these fucking channels. They dragging us. Start flagging these motherfucking channels. But real quick, let's go on a quick break. I'll be right back. Of course, we're going back to the classic.
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go. So go. Cause you're thinking your place, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake. Fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you up, meet you at the end. Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stand what you're getting so hollow. So go. Cause you're thinking your place, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake. Fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. Life doesn't wait, you can't see.
Welcome back, y'all. Hold on. Cap got me with another comment. Cap said, "This brick is also why Chris Evans won't acknowledge me." You know what? You're right. It's probably the break. But you know what? Good for you. That shows Chris can't handle this group. Chris Evans can't handle the type of bonding that you bring. So see, we cleared that up for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Huh, only the strong can survive with us, okay? I didn't even paint today. Imagine if I was painting today. Really think about that. Just saying. Also, y'all, I have pins in the pinned comments. Thank you, Just Jamie, for pinning it. That will take you to Zachary Michaels community tab post where Zach has all the links. So please, I hope I see some of y'all tomorrow in the fundraiser again from 3 to 8 Central though. Hold on, I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure that's Central time. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that's Central time, but again, check out Zach's community tab post. Let me see. Untamed Blossoms, thank you for 23 months. She gives me Epstein henchman vibes. Oh, especially that lady. After hearing more about that lady, especially the lady who will be covering tomorrow, she's a talker too. That's another thing with editing these streams. You know how we're used to, like, for example, Chantel speaking very slow. All of them are talkers. Literally all of them. That was another thing with this stream. I was just like, wow. And at one point I was like, I need to cut this lady down a bit more. Like I need to trim and take out some of her stuff a little more because they all talk. Stefan talks, Rosie talks, and that other lady who was going to bat for Stefan. I was just like, wow. I'm not gonna pretend I wasn't tuned in, but oh yeah, Rita. Thank you. Rita. They all just talk. And I'm just like, how do we go from Chantal to this? Give me a second. Give me a fucking second. Oh, Just Jamie, thank you for the correction. 2 to 7 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's for Zach's fundraiser tomorrow, y'all. But yeah, I was just like, geez. And I'm going to edit this down. I didn't edit. I was going to say, listen, we just going to have to skip through. We just going to have to skip through all 12 plus hours. But I didn't do that to y'all. Exactly. Queer Drop. Thank you for 7 months. Praise be, fellow cult members. Wait, oops. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. Mm-mm. Oh, you must be talking about a different creator that is not me, because what we do here is we run Bible study. Thank you. But I appreciate you, Queer Drop. Thank you, boo. Cautious Observer, thank you so much. Easiest deal the devil can make is for fame. Careful what you wish for, Rosie. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? And the sad part is, I really do think Rosie would do worse to get to that fame. Keep in mind, I don't know what she plans to do with this fame. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's just say for whatever reason, her segment in the documentary blows up. What does she plan to do with that? Just have more people to dry bag? Like, I don't get her plan. She does nothing. There was a point, especially when she was doing the vertical lives. I don't know if you guys were aware, there was a couple of streams she had that literally got like over 100,000 viewers, to the point that some people thought she bought those views. But it was because of the vertical and the way the algorithm was with YouTube. She got a shit ton. I think one was like 100,000 views and the other was like 50,000 views. When I tell you, for a big bitch sit in her kitchen, that was a lot of views. And she didn't change anything up. She got all those eyes on her and she changed nothing up until they started to dwindle. And then eventually enough criticism went her way that she went back to streaming horizontal. It was wild. She did nothing. So it's like, clearly she wants attention. She wants all of this, but what does she plan to do with it? It's weird. It is really weird. But Upstate Girl, thank you so much for the support. Just lurking, makeup looks great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and thank you for the support. Thank you for real, y'all. Thank you. I was about to get into a whole thing. Thank you. Let me see. Sheepy, thank you for 15 months. Hi, y'all. Probably won't make it to tomorrow's stream because it's my 7-year anniversary with my girlfriend, but still want to show some love. Y'all, I don't know if Sheepy's still in chat because Sheepy sent this a while ago, but Sheepy, happy anniversary to you and your girl. Please send some love to Sheepy. I appreciate you. I know that's right. 7 years. You better do it, girl. Bella, thank you so much for 7 months. Gawky at the beautiful Charlie. I appreciate you and thank you for 7 months. And I didn't get to it yet, but I did see you gifted some membership. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. But I will make sure I get to it. But thank you again for 7 months, boo. Let me see. CJ Jones. Charlie giving Stefan the Jabari treatment. Fuck Stefan. Like I can't emphasize that enough. Like, fuck that man. Like, fuck him. The fact that Rosie even gave him this much is one of many of the things when it comes to the stream that pisses me off. Thank you, boo. Let me see. Naya Cooks, thank you. I don't know who's more self-absorbed, Amber or Rosie. Right now, and maybe because I'm watching Rosie more, it's Rosie. But I'm sure if Amber was to come back, that might switch up. But for me right now, it's Rosie. Like, it's sad. And I've seen this opinion a few places, but there are some viewers who see Rosie as worse than Amber, like all around a worse person. And there's times I'm like, oh, well, this and that. But then the more I sit back and I like really pay attention, yeah, I'm not wrong. That's the sad part. Junie, thank you. Oh my God, not her reciting her life like it's a portfolio. Imagine wanting to spill your guts and talk about your trauma and really revisit your past and cry. Keep in mind, we didn't get to the crying section, the crying part, because not just Stefan, but Rosie and Stefan cry during this stream. We'll be covering, I believe that's in tomorrow's stream, because remember, I had to split it up. But yeah, both Rosie and Stefan cry. Not at the same time. Rosie cries a little bit after Stefan, but they both cry. Imagine shedding tears to a fucking predator. Bitch, please. Please. And thank you again, boo. Cap, sending love to Charlie. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you. I know what you're referring to when from early in the stream. I appreciate you. Thank you. And honestly, sending love to y'all too. I don't want y'all to think I'm not aware. A lot of y'all can relate to, honestly, a lot of us can relate to one another when it comes to past trauma. And, you know, sometimes I say, talk about my past real quick and keep it pushing, but just know my heart's with y'all. There's certain shit we've gone through the years that we still got to work through. And y'all not alone. There's a reason I appreciate certain conversation outside of the us dragging the girls and clowning them or laughing at them. I could appreciate even those moments where we got to be real, like, yeah, I've been there too. And it's something we got to continue to work through. It don't matter how many years ago it was. Sometimes it's just one of those things that have unfortunately stick with you forever. But look at y'all. Y'all here pushing through, managing life. So those fucked up things that happened to us through life, it didn't ruin us. So that speaks to y'all and y'all strength. But yeah, let's get back into Rosie.
None of us have seen it, and like there's so much speculation.
Wait, can y'all see me by any chance? I don't know what just happened. Wait a minute. What the fuck was that? I promise y'all that has never happened to me on a stream. It just booted me out of the studio. That is so weird. Sorry, y'all. I don't even remember the timestamp it was on. I don't know if that was Spectrum saying, bitch, you talk too much. I don't know, but I was just like, what just happened? Not that's the ID demons. No, that's ID coming for you. Hold on. Not the ID demons. I don't know what that was. That's so weird. That's actually never happened to me on a stream ever. That's why I was just like, what the fuck? Y'all keep that noted and keep the timestamp. I'm going out to dinner right after this. If I don't come back tomorrow, send the people. Remember the timestamp when this fucking happened, and just know they after me. It may be the ID channel. It may also be some of the Paradise girls who are caping for Stefan. I have called that man a predator about 200 times this stream. They might be after me, y'all. So just keep that in mind. Keep this timestamp. And if for any reason you hear a scream, yes, I know kids are playing outside. Just make sure I'm all right. Call the people. I don't know what that was. Let me get back into this.
Hey.
Let's see what.
Not at taking it to the beginning. Hold on. I'ma hope we was around here somewhere. This is me guessing. So hopefully we were somewhere around here.
Secondly, was when you were talking. Oh shit! Just flew out of my head. God damn it.
Rain's going 180. I know.
Yeah, no, this is just a lot of pressure because I also know how this is just gonna fucking blow up for me tomorrow in my life. But whatever.
No.
I just think that I really want. God damn it!
We're definitely a bit further than this. Let me fast forward. I'll say right here.
I'm not saying you're putting people in your basement against their will and tying them up and force feeding them. I don't know the specifics, but I think you're not being honest about your involvement in feederism. That's my opinion.
Do you believe that because of certain people and certain narratives, feederism has gotten like a fucking terrible side negative connotation on the internet because people are making it look bad when in reality there is so much worse, like all this death feederism, all that kind of shit that's happening on Phoebe.
It's disgusting.
And at Paradise we have family dinners, so it's like
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to fully dive into that because for me feederism is a big it's a big deal. And you haven't seen my We're All Insane podcast interview where I talk about my experiences there, and you don't know my story, and I don't want.
It's the way she just easily slid in that promotion for that damn interview that she talks about all the time. This is not the only time she brings up her, interview and appearance on that podcast, the one that went viral. It's the way she keeps sliding that in there. So not only are you entertaining this fucking predator, you're promoting your platforms that you've been on. That is such a joke. How did she not see that be a problem? Like, yeah, so if you go on this podcast here where I talked about it, yeah, you could look into it more. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, imagine using the platform of a predator. You're so desperate for attention, so desperate to go viral again. You're using the platform of a predator to promote your past projects. Okay. I'm going to return to the support from before. I just want to make sure I grab these. Zincat, Rosie sent people to your house to steal the copper wires. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Listen, Rosie's probably in a group chat right now with Stefan, Rita, and probably a few other people. They on my ass. They on my ass. Because again, I've never been booted from the studio like that. I was just like, what the fuck just happened? For a second, I don't know why. I assumed I lost power, but I'm like, losing power would not boot me out of the studio. Could y'all imagine if my channel went down? Oh, could you imagine after I drag the fuck out of Rosie and Stefan right now, all of a sudden my channel just closed down? I'd be pissed. Possibly, Kim. I sent Spectrum after you so I can have Paula Dami Mommy for myself. See, Kim, does Glam know you have this opinion? And I don't like to share like that. That's a lie, a little bit, but still. So Pal is going to just have to choose. Pal's going to have to choose. But while Pal chooses the right choice, hopefully it's me. I'm just playing with you, boo. But Glam, get your wife. Get your wife. I have never seen Kim do this in the same space that Glam's in. That says a lot. That says a lot. When Glam sees this, you notice how I'm purposely keeping this super chat on screen for a lot longer? Yeah, because I want when Glam gets to this part right here, Glam takes a good look at what their wife just said. Sorry. Glam, get her, Glam. Chunky cult member, thank you. Roz was 100% the classmate school who bullied other kids and then cried to the teacher about not being included. She's a predator and a snake. Keep in mind, Rosie said at one point, I believe she was bullied so bad, which is why she didn't finish high school. I think she obtained her GED, but she claimed she was the one bullied. Who knows? And maybe she's not healed from that bullying, and now she turns around and does this, but there's no excuse. Her past may explain some of her behavior, but it doesn't excuse it. Because the truth is, I do think Rosie's predatory as well. No, I'm not saying she's taking advantage of anyone sexually. Her behavior sometimes is predatory to me. And I stand by that. Not Kim. Kim, I'll send it to her. Oh, hold on. Let me get in mod chat. When I get off this stream, let me get in mod chat. Back to Rosie, y'all.
A trauma dump, and I don't want to go there right now.
No, it's okay. You don't have to. I saw a little bit about it. You were in an abusive relationship, right? You can say that.
I'm not going into my trauma with you, Stefan. I don't find this to be a safe space for that.
But she was going into her trauma earlier. Literally, she was choking up because of her past in the feudalism community. She was literally going into it and choking up. But in this, okay.
But you put it out there on a podcast.
Correct.
Right. You can't put stuff out on the internet and not expect people to ask questions.
Why can't we talk about it?
You can ask the questions, but I don't have to answer them.
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's valid. Hold on. Really quick.
I just have something to say. I don't know if you know me, but my name's Audrey. I can't see her, but I just hope in the doc.
This is the young lady I was talking about. I thought it was in tomorrow's stream, but it's in this edit. So for anyone who doesn't understand who's speaking, it's the young lady sitting next to Stefan, the very large lady. And from my understanding, she's no older than 23. Listen to her breathing and listen to her struggle to finish these sentences. It's the lady right next to Stefan. Go ahead, girl.
Documentary, because I think I've seen you also on, I was on the Whatever podcast and I saw you on there.
Yeah.
And I think your feelings for feudalism and not liking that stuff is valid. If you had I gained my weight from being in a feeder relationship where he thought I was too cute as a skinnier girl to be with him, and he was very insecure. He openly told me that he was bringing over food and stuff to make me gain weight so that I wouldn't leave him. You know what I mean? And I was so in love with him I wouldn't leave. So therefore I have my own feelings. I'm not pro being a feeder, but I also don't judge people for doing that. I would never look down on someone for wanting that to be their life. It's the same thing as if someone drinks or does things or does you know what I mean? Everyone has their thing, right?
It's their business, exactly.
And it's their business, but I also think so for the documentary, I hope that you don't say anything about him in the way because you never met him, you don't know him, you don't know anything about him. It wouldn't be valid, your words wouldn't be valid, but I will validate your words if it comes to the feeder community because you have an experience in that, and I think that's valid. So just obviously I don't think anyone can say anything about your input until it's out. What I can say is I've seen his behaviors and I know that's not his thing. Okay, you have a significant other right now currently, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So you're a big woman. Don't you think obviously the people we date, they're either gonna have some type of fetish but also love us. We can have love, right? That's normal, but for our size they have to be into big women to be dating us, you know what I mean? It's not that.
Yeah, obviously, yes. You have to be into big women to date them.
There's obviously a context, of course, he's gonna seeing you eat and stuff like that. Doesn't make your boyfriend a bad person, or doesn't make him a bad person to like certain things. But I think it's forcing someone to do something like that. That's not okay. Or always talking about it in a way, always putting it in their head as an idea. It's all what she would want to do. He's not constantly saying, "Hey, you should eat this. Hey, let's go here. Let's go to McDonald's." He wants to eat home every day. She's the one who wants to go out sometimes. I'm a huge fast food person. I eat fast food all the time, and I know that's bad. That's my doing. He has nothing to do with it. He would eat at home every day if he could. You know what I mean?
So, Audrey, the first thing I want to respond is that I just want to make very clear. I disagree that every man with a proclivity for fat women has a fat fetish. I don't agree with that correlation at all. I think you can have an attraction.
Fat fetish, like fat.
Because that is the word you use. So I just wanted to like.
No, I'm saying okay. Well, fat fetish, I guess, in the way like. Yeah, because I've dated people that like they like all women, right? Like there's
or like they have a type, an attraction. Like they would only date big women, but they have no interest in like fetishizing fatness or fetishizing feederism or fetishizing eating. Like they don't care about that. They are just attracted to bigger women. I mean, I think it is obvious anyone that I would be dating in my current size has a attraction to bigger women. Like that's an obvious like fact statement that
that's why I might have said the fetish part of I'm talking about the food part because like I think that's what I'm saying. I was trying to correlate the two differences of like you can date someone who's like that and date someone who's like more into the fetish part, right? Like you can date someone who's into all women and they're into feet, right? But they're also into women, like big women with fat feet. Like they can be into whatever they want. Like you can have so many different aspects of what you're into, and I think people like. Don't like. Why aren't they looking at the girl for doing that to them? Okay. He always tells me to be quiet,
a little bit,
but my ears are so bad. I have no like. I can't hear. I'm deaf.
I also struggle with volume control.
So I literally can't hear that I'm yelling, and it's bad. It's a bad thing.
So when it comes to stuff,
this young lady's up here caping for Stefan, and he got the nerve to don't fucking me. It's bad enough she's sitting here defending this predator, and then you gonna lower your voice. Shut the fuck up. And yes, that was a lot to listen to. And yeah, it was a lot of that. Don't worry, I cut out a lot of the other rambling, but it's sad that this young lady who is 23, so thank you, Nikki T, for confirming that. It's so sad that she doesn't see it. She doesn't see it at all. 23 years old.
Specifically, what I want to say is I feel like I have a right to speak on my opinion as a viewer, and not necessarily like to him as like a person that I know in real life, and I felt like that way the entire time. I want to state that. And then I also want to state that I think it's, when it comes to feederism, I have had an ever-evolving, very complicated experience and opinion with it, even from the time of my interview, I would say. And I will say that I think it's just a very important topic, and that with places like Phoebe that don't moderate and completely enable death feederism to be normalized because they're anti-kink shaming when it's deplorable, it's disgusting, it's dangerous, it's evil, and it frankly should be illegal. That's like allowed to be a haven for that is something that on a community-wide basis needs to be talked about more, and is something that needs to be there needs to not be spaces for it to be normalized, and as well as a lot of other aspects of feederism that when you get down to the nitty-gritty get controversial and get very like, you know, between different people like having such varying insights and opinions. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's a very nuanced conversation, which is something really difficult to do online in general. And my goal with those conversations is that if there's any young women who just don't fully understand their own relationship with their own, or they don't understand how that, sorry.
I edit so much of this. I'm forgetting in what part certain things happen. This is where Rosie starts to cry. I'm gonna run it back just a few seconds. I thought it was in the next edit. It's actually in this one. This is where Rosie cries. She's on a panel with Stefan, crying. Let me run that back a few seconds. This is beyond pathetic. Let me run that back.
There needs to not be spaces for it to be normalized, and as well as a lot of other aspects of feederism that when you get down to the nitty-gritty get controversial and get very like, you know, between different people like having such varying insights and opinions. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's a very nuanced conversation, which is something really difficult to do online in general. And my my goal with those conversations is that if there's any young women who just don't fully understand their own relationship with their own, or they don't understand how your trauma can play in with kinks and all of these things.
We talk very openly here about.
And that, yeah, but my stance, my involvement in this is that I want my story, which I've already been told has helped people escape abusive relationships these past couple years and all of these things. That is something that I have like passion for, and something that I want to be. I is something I find important in this conversation.
You know, and hopefully everybody will actually sit down on the 10th, watch the whole thing from start to finish.
This is Rita, and we'll be covering Rita a lot more on the next stream, but this is Rita, the woman who has known Stefan, I believe, a couple of decades, who makes excuses for Stefan. And when Pal and some of the other ladies were educating Rosie and criticizing her for even entertaining this, they also let Rosie know Rita has been accused of setting up some women to end up with Stefan in situations that they did not agree to be in. There have been allegations against Rita as well. So there's a reason she's going so hard for Stefan. And that's according to some of the ladies and their experience with her directly.
Yes.
And just set all prejudice aside and just listen and watch and see and hopefully learn, you know, something that will benefit them, you know, or benefit other people in their lives that they've taken advantage of or you know, spoke out at or was not kind to, you know. That's my hope. So I appreciate that you got on here. I have so much respect for you doing this.
And that's the end of part 1. Just part 1, because the next stream we go into Rita speaking a lot more and making excuses. And I just want to correct this. Thank you, Veronica Lynn. It's been over 15 years that Rita has been friends with Stefan. And if I'm remembering correctly, again, we'll go over it tomorrow. I think their history starts at when they met. At one point, she started throwing parties at Stefan's house. So she would use Stefan's house to throw some of her own parties. But we'll get into a lot of that tomorrow. I want to finish up with the support and let y'all go. And I'm so happy because I knew it would be at least 3 hours. That's why I wanted to give myself enough time to touch up my makeup, change my clothes, and call this Uber because it's my friend's birthday dinner tonight, and I'm going to have a ball. I've been wanting to celebrate her. I'm not going to say too much because it's someone in my personal life, but she has been doing a damn thing, and she will be a doctor soon. So I'm just so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. So we celebrating her big tonight. CJ Jones, thank you. People like Amber, Chantel, and Rosie will devoutly reinforce misogyny because it's the only way they can guarantee a man's attention. Ain't that the truth? They're disgusting. And that's the thing that still confuses me about Rosie, because it's like she'll sit there and be like, she's nothing like Amber. She's nothing like Chantel. And it's in the stream with the ladies. Fupa Cheese actually brings up how it's very clear she's wanted to be like Amber for so long. It's just, ugh, such a joke. And thank you, CJ. Let me see. Rainey, her need for male validation is uncontested. In that way, no one is doing it like Rosie. The clip has me fucking livid. Sending love to you, Charlie. Yes, and for anyone who's unaware of what these comments are referring to, because I'm behind in the super chats, it's when Rosie was sitting there making those disgusting comments and making excuses for that man Jeff. She was only fucking for a short period of time, but making excuses for him was that important. She would say dumb shit like that. These nuts, thank you. Rose riding this attention train like she's a star. Let's not forget, it's the same Rosie who had said in Zio's chat, I want to say last week, that people were jealous that she's on like mainstream. She really sees herself as a star. I think she's always seen herself as a star. And I think her being in this documentary is just putting her on a bigger platform so more people could see her that way as well. If she got accepted and chosen to The Biggest Loser, I could only imagine what would have come out of that. Because for those who I've talked about it, and I'm always behind in editing, but I've talked about it where Rosie had tried out for Biggest Loser, and that Biggest Loser audition tape is online. And thank you to Nikki T who resent it to me, but the audition tape is online. Imagine if she made it onto a platform as big as The Biggest Loser. Because I think they're done now. They got into some legal shit, a lot of controversy. But at its peak, The Biggest Loser was one of the biggest shows on television. My big ass used to tune in, even when I was housebound. Just seeing that motivation, seeing those people work hard, sometimes drop ridiculous amount of weight, which later on our eyes were a bit more open to why that was problematic. But it was a huge show. Literally from the start to the finish, there were people who lost like 200, 300 pounds. It was a huge show. Imagine if Rosie got up there. God, she'd still be going. Deep Fried Fupa, thank you. Dog walk this bulldog, Charlie. Rosie is chronically butting her big back into things that have nothing to do with her. Attention starved and barking for all the wrong reasons. Thank you, y'all. And I appreciate y'all who accept my delivery for what it is. The things I'm passionate about, my delivery is what it is. Am I like this with everybody? No. But pieces of shit like Rosie, please. Respect will never come from me to a bitch like her. So thank you for the support, y'all. Roz wants to blame impulsivity, but won't go back on her ADHD meds. How much easier? Do you know how much easier do you know how much easier it is to censor myself when my ADHD meds are right? Roz, she'll sit there and try to collect all these diagnoses, but also do nothing about it. That's why when that one viewer asked her, like, okay, let's just say you did get diagnosed. What is it that you're going to do? You don't even deal with the things that you have now that you need to navigate, that you need to work through, that you need to talk to professionals about. So it's no shock. And thank you again, Ruth. Thank you for 4 months, boo. Let me see. KYD, thank you so much. Hold on. Oh, KY Dad, PhD. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been saying your name wrong for 2 months. I'm so sorry. KY Dad, PhD. And if I said that wrong, just pretend I said it right. Thank you for 2 months. She said Vegas was a business opportunity at first. You're right. That is how she worded it. And that's how she sees it. It's a bigger platform. I want to repeat, I don't know what she thinks she would do with all the attention she wants so much. Look at the little bit of attention she has here that she's struggling with. Imagine a bigger platform where it's probably 10 times the viewers. Do you see what the people on Love Island go through? And speaking of Love Island, Lily, and while Orchid have been streaming Love Island because it just started the new season, I'm mistaken the dates, unfortunately, but my mods held it down, so they'll be streaming Love Island in Discord. But all that to say, those people on Love Island, you think they see what Rosie sees? Rosie sees a small, tiny speck of a fraction of attention that people on those big platforms get. She won a big platform so bad, but it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot. I want to repeat, yes, that makes me fake and phony, especially because I always talk about all these things I would do on TV. A network hit me up. They wanted to do a pilot show. I talked about it. I talked about it, I think, finally last year. But either way, this network hit me up. They wanted to do like this pilot type show of like drama. So think of like The View, but talking about online drama. And I guess because I technically am a drama channel. I was one of the people that hit up. I was supposed to do a meeting and everything. I first agreed to the meeting because it was just like, what? Especially because they were legit and the network is a big network. If I said it, you guys would know. And then I sat on it. And then I thought to myself, bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? Hell no. You barely made it out of this space. I do not want no big platform. Imagine my mouth on a bigger platform. I'll just open Twitter and I'm being tagged left, right, and center. They'd be dragging my forehead, the gaps in my teeth, everything. You think I could sit up here like this? Hell no. I'd have to get a full wardrobe. My hair can't be out of place. Fuck that. Fuck that. I thought about it. I said, girl, actually, no, I don't want this meeting. I take it back. Nope. Actually, I don't have the time. I don't. I'll go and get pregnant before I join a show. No. And I'll walk that shit all the way back. So when Rosie's talking about, oh, they're jealous, please, bitch. I've been hit up by a big network. I'm just not built for that. I like my little tiny corner of the internet. I'm good with that. No, thank you. No big platform for me. Now, if I get hired to be an executive producer of a project behind the scenes where we're not seen, absolutely. Because I got ideas. I just got nowhere to put it at the time. But to be in front of a camera, no, thank you. Pat Ray, PSA for Roz, I'm sorry, isn't accountability. That part. Thank you so much, boo. Sugar Honey Iced Tea. They don't tell you the price you pay for a last-ditch effort to being relevant before the launch. Rosie, maybe you should shut up because of your NDA. I keep wanting to call it DNA. Don't ask me why, but that part. I want to repeat. Rosie said just a few days ago she's upset that no one is shutting up. You would think she'd be the first, set the example. Nope, she's not shutting up. But thank you again, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. She ain't gonna shut up anytime soon. The sad part is I'm sure her comment section is going crazy. And for everything she did these last few days, the criticism is loud. She knows the next stream she has on her platform is going to be awkward as fuck. Even if it's members only, it's going to be awkward. Teddy Pigs, thank you so much for 13 months. You know Roz is here. Oh, you know it. You know she was tuned in. You know, if her face is on a thumbnail and she gets wind, if she don't already have us, if she's not already subscribed to us on her sock account, she absolutely is. I just want to repeat, I think she's smart enough to have a sock account. So even if you try to tag her, it won't be her name to come up. At least I'm assuming she's that smart. Sugar Honey C, thank you for 4 months. I wish my exes acted like Rosie does when Tommy comes on TikTok panels. Bounce so quick. You ate with that. I wish all of them did too, but yeah. Rosie just kept leaving the panel. If there was a viewer coming up that she knew, because there was this one viewer that kept clocking the fuck out of her. We'll be going over that. I'm pretty sure that's tomorrow's stream. Rosie just dipped, just kept dipping. She's like, no, you guys are not going to ruin this moment for me. I am here to make sure I could capitalize off this platform. You're not going to call me out on that same platform. And she kept leaving. Belladonna, thank you again for the gifted membership, Spool. I appreciate you. Thank you. And again, new members, get in that Discord. Please get in that Discord. Let me see. Where am I? Anna, welcome. Welcome to the Gold Cluster. And thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Let me see. Junie, I'm so annoyed by the way she talks. She makes me physically nauseous. If she was an insect, she'd be a bung beetle. That's it. A dung beetle. I said bung. A dung beetle. Thank you, boo. There's a lot of moments to laugh at and just be in shock at when it comes to Rosie, but it's streams like this where it's just like, you really see what this bitch is. Like, is she embarrassing? Is she ridiculous for a lot of things? Sure. But it's streams like this and the things that she'll try to make excuses out of and then somehow try to spin this like she's a victim. These are the ones where it's just like, ugh. And sometimes it's okay to be like, you know what, after the stream, I need a break from Rosie. It's okay. There's a reason I didn't speak on everything that happened recently with Chantel, Sala, and Sasa. You know what? Y'all got that. Nope. Let me take a step back. Let me take a further step back because that probably won't be the last time, sadly. So it's okay to take a step back, especially when the topics are too much. I do it as a creator. Please make sure you do it as a viewer. Protect you first. Poisonous Rachel, thank you. My partner is away, so I made a little day for myself out on the town, stopping by to say happy Pride to all here. Thank you so much, boo, and enjoy your night out, boo. Enjoy. I'm gonna be out on town in a second, hopefully. Yamano, Charlie saying, Charlie saying she's likes her tiny corner, telling on herself. She hasn't said anything on Twitter to me. Listen, first of all, Yami. See, I just want you to know, Yami's one of the people who bully me on Twitter. Don't worry, Yami. Especially after I should get off Twitter only because in about an hour I'll have a few drinks in me. Could you imagine me on Twitter? Y'all have never seen me drunk or high or any of that. And part of it is because I know to stay off social media. So actually, I was about to say, Yami, I'm gonna tweet you later, but no, the fuck I'm not. I need to actually log off in about an hour for sure. But thank you, Yami. Porkosaurus, thank you. Late, but wanted to share. I actually got the number of the electrician I mentioned last stream that I'd accidentally greeted in my Snorlax. I know that's right. See? Listen, someone knows and sees a bad bitch no matter what. And there was nothing wrong with what you had on. For anyone who was in, I don't know if it was the last stream or the stream before that. It was when in the last two streams, Porkosaurus mentioned that. See, the electrician heard us. I don't know how loud you had the TV, but I feel like they heard us through the screen. I know that's right. Matter of fact, drop in chat like one of your favorite meals, just in case he tuned in. What if he tuned in afterwards? Drop some hints. This is what my girl likes. This is the dinner you need to take her to. Okay? And open the fucking door. Open the door when she walks up to the car. Don't piss me off. Anyways. But yeah, Porkosaurus, if you need me to drop some hints to electrician just in case he's tuned in, you just let me know. What's your favorite flowers? If you like flowers, not everybody likes flowers. RJ writes things. Thank you so much for 3 months. Sad to see people become like those who hurt them. Yep. And it's sad. It is a sad thing. Because sometimes victims can actually become predatory and become horrible as well, sadly. Let's see, but I think we got this all done. Right? Yami be bullying you too, right? It's okay. Yami tomorrow after I sober up. It's me and you. Mind you, Yami's probably gonna be dragging me in Scar's chat the next time I'm in there, but it doesn't matter. Oh, any mod can let wait, hold on. There's another one, Venus, because I played a trailer earlier. Are you saying there's like a third trailer? Because the trailer I played earlier, I'm not going to play it again, but it was from 3 or 4 days ago. So hopefully they didn't drop another one. And if they did, damn, they're really trying to sell this. Either way, if there is a new one, I'm sure I'll be tagged or I'll go look for it and I'll play it in the next stream. But y'all, I'm gonna sign out. I'm going to change and head out and have a great night. Thank you to everyone who joined me. Thank you for all the support. We're gonna be right back here tomorrow. Later, guys.
My plan for 2025: survive. I've never in my life been told I kind of look like a young Johnny Depp. I think it's messy, that's for sure, but just like, ugh, hate being an adult. I'm gonna need to eat dinner soon. Ridiculous. Because I am who I am, God forbid I have an opinion. So, right now, I am the drama. I'm part of the drama.